So Ken,
I mean,
since you're here,
beans.
so Ken, since you're here, right?
Uh-huh.
Where's your payment, Ken? Where's your payment? I made a quick decision, so everybody needs to pay either via ID, blood sacrifice, pigeon money, basically any. And baked beans are one of the currencies. Amius already did it. Kira already did it. Rog is silent because he's like looking around.
I have no idea what's going on.
$1.55 per pound of baked beans really ain't bad.
Oh no, it does.
What?
He wants me.
Rod doesn't know.
What's going on?
Nobody seems to know. God grace our
Wait,
existence
so
for us
Eric's
being
just
ignorant.
wants beans.
Beans, money via pigeon, blood sacrifices, money overall.
Oh, I have a couple. I have a couple enemies I can give you.
Are we talking about warlord packs or something?
No, we're talking about Eric. He demands your sacrifice.
Out of all that, you think it's that?
Oh my god!
I mean, I do have a couple enemies. I can go through my little black book.
The forbidden warlock pact, the pact of the baked beans.
There is
Beans
actually
are
a
eternal.
subreddit,
I'm sorry to
there's
say
a
that I
real-
am an oath of garlic bread. Sorry.
Oh,
Don't you dare.
Oh. Whew.
Do you mean that one that can insta-kill anyone who doesn't like garlic bread?
Yeah, that one. That
Yeah.
homebrew.
yeah,
That is, we might
that
be
homebrew, that homebrew garlic bread. Yeah,
Hey, I'll survive.
I'll survive.
No.
I love me my garlic bread.
For the definitions,
Too much
I should say, Araxis, before she gets along with any features, I should declare that from now on, I will identify as a construct.
Alrighty, so you're technically the youngest of us all.
Oh my
I'm not a
god!
living creature for any declaration that you wish.
Well,
You used to be.
you and Omnius are the youngest out of the group.
What do you mean,
no,
Omnius?
Omnius is
No,
not.
Omnius
Honest
opposite.
has been there.
Yeah.
I am by far the oldest of all of us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Youngin
But
mentality.
that happened in the future. He's a
I'm like-
negative.
What do you mean
I'm
in
like
the future?
I'm like the second youngest.
He came from the future. He's negative.
No.
age.
No.
Now, if we're talking about how old he is in operational history, like how much operational memory time he has, yeah, he's probably only been online like 8 years.
Oh boy.
But yeah, practically speaking, it's 100% clear that I'm the youngest one.
I am so no, actually the new character that Danny playing is the youngest
Please
character.
I'm
don't
the
tell me you're a
youngest.
bean slime.
You are the youngest.
How are you younger than 3 months?
So
Are you going to be created during today's session?
Session
Wait
40
a second, Ken is an artificer. Don't tell me you're
session
a
session
No.
session 45, ladies and gentlemen.
We still
Finally.
have 10 minutes to discuss this. Leave me the time for this.
I was gonna say, we got the traditional
Yeah.
10 minutes.
We're 4 minutes in. We're 4 minutes in already. We got the whole
darn it.
conversation. We got the whole conversation on of the beads covered.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh my gosh!
That'll be immortalized. Fuck yeah!
Hell yeah.
All hail the
Incredibly wrong
beans.
Oh,
But no, seriously, I can send you a couple cans of beans if you want.
no, I'll get some
I
myself.
told him I could send him Grubhub
There you go.
or D&D books. So.
I
I
mean,
mean, if I send you a can of beans, it's definitely not going to be beans in the can.
you know, I think I know what I could give Araxis as tribute.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
A hand-drawn Sonic X Mario.
No!
No.
No!
No!
No, as soon as that one singular letter was said,
and you just start to hear, you just hear in the distance, take me.
And voice acted.
Take me.
Oh, Mario,
You're seriously risking that I'm going to channel kick you right now.
Let's
God. The session hasn't even started yet, and it's already a fucking
Chaos.
We gotta get it. We gotta
This is
get
not
all
a
of it
tribute.
out before we start. You know
This is a
the
threat.
drill.
Yeah, you're right. Getting everything out before the session starts. is
Mega
pretty
Mind.
serious.
Mega Mind.
Lecter,
Oh.
Lecter,
Hmm?
this wasn't a tribute. It's a threat.
Dude, evil.
This
Horrible
is just a
things to him.
tribute. You
I don't want to
gotta
get technical, but
believe me.
lasers and spikes.
Hey.
Oh God, no! Not
Hey.
the lasers and the spikes.
At least Lecter, you can give it to kudos to Rock. He won up to you from blood sacrifice, so
Good point.
Yay! I finally did something. for
Whether that's a
fun.
good
Well, I
thing
haven't-
or
I haven't
not,
exact-
it's up for you to decide.
Yeah.
Knowing that fanfic is worse than a blood sacrifice, it fills me with some kind of dread.
He won up you on blood sacrifice. Well, that's a statement.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could probably think of a few things that can one up that.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I'd rather not say it.
Oh, imagine playing a Sonic X Mario fanfic on the.
No,
Just-
stop.
No.
We're not continuing this conversation of
Fine,
that
fine,
particular
fine.
thing, Raw. Don't make us replace you
Raw?
with Drog. Drog is so far better.
Yeah, the capybara that.
I'll fucking cook your Kekabara.
Yeah, good luck with the indigestion.
Yeah.
I already have nightmares. I don't fear nothing.
Oh,
You say that.
You regret that.
You say
You regret
that.
that.
We already ate a corrupted fish.
Let it be known, statements were made.
Yes.
Statements were made. Challenges were accepted.
Not to mention that everything was recorded, so
This is official business now. Okay.
yeah, everything was
Yeah,
Time
everything
to
was.
fuck shit up. Okay, who's
Yeah.
going to start the ring?
Huh? Oh, no.
That's.
So,
Chaos.
chaos.
The way
and-
this is starting, I'm going to ask quickly before the session starts. Is it a good idea to get out a few shots of gin?
No.
Yes.
You can. Question. Oh, he is already drinking it. He already drank it.
I'm already.
If I wasn't working in 6 hours, I'd totally down a few beers.
Oh boy. So
Hard cider I can drink.
yeah,
Nice.
everybody
Good
can
enough.
drink because it's getting colder outside. Yay! So session 45, probably maybe a milestone of some sorts on your path. Fuck.
Yeah. Going to push.
Somehow, apparently, pack bonding to a fucking slime. We'll see
So-
how that goes.
So
Oh, perfect timing. I just get back with my drink.
since
I feel left out because I'm the only one who can't.
so
Hey, I got
I have
tomorrow.
school tomorrow.
oh my, that's boldly the German. It's like nobody gives a shit if you're drunk in school. Let's be honest.
Mm.
If you can hide it
The
well.
only specific rule for our school is that you can't drink in school.
Exactly. That's it.
Walk off school premises. Starts drinking.
Yeah.
I
Just
have
Oh,
can-
believe me,
that
that
Can I
happened a few
move
times.
there?
hard cider.
so. Okay. Oh God. So question for all of you. Question for all of you. Is everybody present?
No.
Mentally.
Immediate answer.
No,
No.
physically. Physically,
I
I'm
don't
here.
think Danny's a good fit for the team. For some reason, nobody seems to be acting straight today.
Oh my God. That's great.
Or are
Well,
Excellent.
I'm not either. So
Exactly.
You're welcome.
Wait. We're no longer straight?
I'm not. I've never been.
Both from a statement.
I've
Rog!
never been straight.
Rog!
Rog.
Okay, we're off to a start.
Yes. So. Can I start the session because it's 20 seconds until 10 minutes are clocked in.
Started.
You can't say whatever the fuck you want.
We
Chaos, 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 chaos. Okay.
3,
quick question,
Jeez.
Danny. Were you expecting anything when you came into this campaign?
Oh, I warned her of the chaos.
Yeah.
Apparently, you didn't warn her enough.
Oh,
No,
boy.
I think you
Obviously.
warned her the exact right amount.
10 minutes in and already you broke Danny. For shame, people. For
Perfect.
shame. Oh,
That's a wrap for us.
so see you next week, gentlemen. But for real. So, last we left off, exchanges were made for the dragon scale with Lecter and Omnius, with this little interesting fella that was a master of his craft. Exchanged for quite a lot of some money, enough to buy yourselves a boat. And the rest people just kind of did a lot of exploring, and Kilroy found where the Colosseum was, which housed your good old friend Zagratis, the druid that was sentenced to death. So Kilroy found the Colosseum, and all of you kind of rendezvous with him, and decided to hatch a plan, while half of you trying to figure out how to get the feeble old elf druid out of the Colosseum and let him escape somewhere else. Half of you were questioning, why the fuck are you helping a person who literally is for a bloody ritual that costs over 1,000 of lives? But details on that. The day,
Semantics.
yeah, the day came. All of you were invited to the Colosseum, as you were the group of defendants for Zagratis. Waited for the people to show up. Statements were told, and basically judgment was been told. And then Zagratis said, you know what? Fuck y'all. Fuck this fucking gay mortal plane. Fuck all of this order. I know a better way, and just obliterated everybody in the nearest vicinity and just whisked away. Not only that, he also left a really nasty surprise of this black matter that spread from the center where he stood, and just slowly but surely consuming the entire Colosseum and the surrounding street. Of course, you in the panic did the only thing that was noteworthy and grabbed Tasha, your goblin druid, as guide, and kind of just fucked off back to the Archipelago and said, yeah, that's not our problem later. But as soon as you got your way back to Greenshade, a nasty surprise awaited you, as all of you started to hear massive rumblings near Greenshade, as two really nasty rhinoceroses started to cause some trouble, which you surprisingly easily dispatched using Rog's new little toy in the name of Gale's harpoon. But yeah, familiarities have been made between Zagratis and the foe that you defeated before in the name of Victor. And you're kind of just left there after the combat, figuring out what the fuck you want to do. So, with that being said and done, what would you like to do?
We already said that most of us going to be going to Norn now.
Well,
Yeah, and that's the difficult part, actually getting there.
If I recall, I was already headed towards the ship to check up on Tasha and the wolf.
Yeah, I
And
think
make
so.
sure the ship's still one piece.
That makes sense to me.
So, what's going on?
I
I mean-
assume it would be best to just, well, head there by boat, unless we have some form of mass teleportation available. Looking at Omnius.
No, I'm burnt for today, boss. If I rested for an hour, I might be able to get that spell back, but
As
In
opposed
the-
of
That's a
taking
druid
us
who
how
could do
long to get back to the boat and sail back?
It will certainly
You
take a
guys
while
can-
longer.
You guys
Oh.
can go ahead. I'm just going to go on the boat and then start selling there
so,
if you guys want.
well,
Oh, fine by me.
I mean,
Wait.
for now, I'll just go by
After
boat.
Omnius takes a rest
All
for
right.
an hour.
Oh, I'll
You
rest on the
go.
boat.
So, making her way on the boat, you see Tasha has recovered from her initial shock, and I was just basically being questioned by the crew and by Zan and by everyone there. Just like, who are you? What are you up to? Like, how did you got the Rog's mount? And basically questioning the basic stuff. She's not in trouble or anything, but just kind of curious as the the war came, but no one followed with the war. So yeah, you're kind of just.
I'm just going to give a big. I have some things to tell you guys. You're probably not going to believe me, but who knows? And with that,
Instead of Rock saying it, let me just show them the tablet that I just made.
You're still
Dude.
gone. Like, he went
I-
before us.
yeah, I went way before you guys. I start counting to the crew about what happened in Cradle Rock.
Okay, so everybody listens except for Zan, who been there, done that, and he looks disinterested, getting an apple out of nowhere and eating it. And then Tasha just goes, "Oh yes, you probably need to go back. Whatever that is, it's probably getting worse. Like really, really worse."
Do you want to see your place in ruin?
She kind of just looks at you, curious. Well, I gotta defend it. I have an oath that I committed to.
Everyone that has touched it died. Or even tried getting closer.
You're right. You don't know what's happening there.
So,
Sure they got some.
everyone at this point has made to the ship. And who, just for the sake of continuity, who would be the final person who's basically making their way to the boat?
Omnius, but for his own interesting purpose. Describe to me exactly how big Jack's boat is dimensionally. And
Fuck.
whether or not Omnius could try to shoehorn a tree onto it. For a short period of time.
Well, it's wide enough to have like a young tree or a sapling, but something mature, say, like
Big enough for the spell ain't gonna work. Alright, never
yeah.
mind.
But
He'll
yeah,
be the last one on because he's judging that. And he's like, he's looking at a tree, and then he's looking at the ship, and then he's looking at a tree, and it's like,
You know that
Nope.
finger movement where someone's like imitating the frame of the camera? That's not gonna fit.
yeah.
yep,
So,
exactly.
So, as you go on the deck, not on the deck, but like on the deck of the makeshift port and going towards the ship, suddenly a wine portal opens behind you. Of course, druidic magic, teleportation via plants, you know that. And through the other side comes 7 individuals. 2 of them are guards that you saw before in the arena. 2 of them look like just people who are well armed, but just kind of like just came along. 2 more who also like look like scrappy fighters or just sorcerers, and just a dog with a cape just fucking jumps through at the final second. And before the portal closes, one more individual comes. Your familiar human archdruid, Kellic. Who just kind of...
For the love of Christ, can today keep getting any worse? Omnius says very loudly, because it's the Archdruid that he doesn't like, right?
Yes. And
Exactly.
he doesn't even look at you. He just says, "We're not here for petty squabbles. We need Tasha."
Oh, think they need
As
to
they
push 'em?
as they kind of just yell out, as Kelk yells out, and you see immediately those on the boat that Tasha immediately just ears twitch and just immediately picks up and just kind of starts waving the staff. "I'm over here." And she just starts kind of running off towards Kellic.
Don't be a stranger.
Just like raising my hand in a form of goodbye and
Mm-hmm.
not saying anything.
So yeah,
Except for you, Kellic, you can totally be a stranger.
Omnius.
saying out loud, Harry Omnius.
To the Archdruid, yeah.
He doesn't even mind you anymore as he kind of looks at Tasha and says, like, we need someone a bit more wild for the ritual. Come along now." As he kind of opens a portal again back. And to the other side, you see the familiar streets, Omnius, and he just looks back and to the group that he brought with us. Those who have no business here or have any interest going back, you can stay. Or for those who are interested in the payment, come back. And he kind of walks in. All the people, all the people go through, but the dog that you realize that is more of a young wolven cub stays with the cloak and is just kind of playing with his own tail.
What would be the effect?
Time to go pet it.
What would be the effect of the big warhound going near the small cub?
The warg's whole leg is equivalent, like it's equivalent of that size of the pup. The pup is about 3 foot long and maybe 2.5 foot tall. So, and about a foot wide.
I'm going to start petting the dog.
Yeah. Yeah, the first thing you notice is that the cloak doesn't seem to be like strapped to the dog, but it's like stuck with something between the cloak and the wolf cub.
Is it magical?
I mean,
True sight.
it's not magical, but it's
Could
green.
say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how Squishy, how are you gonna react to you getting just touched?
Whoa!
Head
And you
turn.
see, as like this green like ooze thing, kind of becomes a humanoid with the cloak around it. You see a genderless, gelatinous person.
Is the dog still there?
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
still.
I'm riding the dog.
What the? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm gonna get a bucket.
Prudent.
That moment, I just turn around, start walking into a river.
Just like overboard. Well,
Oh, I think you scared the crap out of him. Now, could you answer? Who are you? Wait, can you speak?
Of course,
Apparently.
but you can. I don't have a mouth. I don't have a face. I'm basically Slender Man, but there's sound coming out of me.
Oh, okay. Was that in character or out of character? You said that.
Out of character.
Okay.
would be curious how they know Slenderman.
I know. What is a Slender Man?
We don't know.
Exactly. Need anything?
Didn't quite hear that. What was that?
Do you not need something? Well, I'm just confused that this is the first time he sees a news talking.
I'm sorry. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Squishy,
Okay.
and this is Pop. I point to the dog I'm riding.
By this point, I would be returning with a bucket, and I'm just standing next to like the dog and Rog.
I'll stick my head out of the water.
I'm just in a corner, just like, what's going on?
What's the course of action? They don't seem particularly, mean. So we have a dog. So
I would say more that the dog has it.
Be a fair argument. Okay. Squishy or Emerald. This is. I think you can introduce yourself with well.
You're very quiet, Rog.
Okay, let me try this. I am Rog, little Squishy. And these, you can introduce yourself. Well, why not? Let's go.
Why are we introducing ourselves to this?
Be polite.
Why should I be polite to this?
Why should I be polite to a machine?
Because I'm paying you.
Fair enough. Still, though, if I'm being totally honest, I don't see that many difference apart from material composition from you.
I see Lecter, and this is like the first time Squishy has seen someone as shiny as Lecter, so they're gonna hop off the dog and go walk over to Lecter.
You mean wooden?
There's a combination. Like I have some parts that are metal, some parts that are wood. Like
Yeah,
it's mostly wood, but some parts, like joints, are made out of metal.
Makes movement easier.
Give me a
Shiny.
moment.
I think they like you, Lecter.
I'm not sure I can repay that.
It's interesting.
What does Shiny like to eat?
I don't.
I've seen him attempt to drink things a few times. That's actually kind of funny.
Head turns like 180 degrees. Where are you?
Oh god.
Situation makes it necessary.
I'm going to be getting on the ship. Are we going or not?
Why did you jump off?
I cried.
I'm just gonna reach over and grab Kilroy from the water.
Yeah, you grab Kilroy like a fucking wet dog. Like, yeah, that's Kilroy, right?
I just drop him on the deck. Seriously, what was that about?
Prestidigitation, dry him off. Like, just one.
Oh, come on. Don't give him that luxury. He can do it himself. Well, I'm gonna go prepare a meal. I don't think we ate a good meal in a while, so I'll be in the kitchen. I put my arm up just to call over the owl.
I mean,
I'm gonna follow Grog. I'm gonna follow Rog to the kitchen because I heard the
They were
word
calling me
food.
Grog.
One
Yeah.
moment.
Sorry.
There's like a small hand movement, and this like GoPro-sized drone pops out of my hand, out of seemingly nothingness, and just kind of hovers above above Squishy. I'm taking the mental note that it shall follow Squishy around, just
Alrighty.
so I can keep an eye on it.
So yeah.
Heck, Lecter, can I see that bucket real quick?
Handing him the bucket.
Draining like half a bucket full of honey into the bucket. Here, Rog, for cooking.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be very useful. I was
Nice.
thinking of making something honeyed and roasted. A little sweet and delicious. I go back-
Adequate for the amount of resources we have, looking at the bucket full of honey.
I'll make my way halfway up the sail and then sit on top of the area where the sail goes down and start reading my book.
Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. But yeah.
I follow Rog to the
Yeah.
kitchen and
So,
Pup follows
it's-
me.
It's not much of a kitchen, more like a area on below deck that is more like with food, just like scraps of oranges, bits and flakes of meat all around, fish scales, that sort of thing.
Find whatever is near me, and I start. You just see as I shove it into my face.
You know, so I'm
You
guessing
see,
you're
like,
not-
you see tiny microscopic mouths start eating it inside the slime.
Okay, that's kind of freaky. So quick question for you. Would you be so kind as to help me clean up?
You're getting quiet again. Stick close to the mic.
I have a question for you, little squishy. Would you mind helping me clean up the area before I start my cooking? Would make my job easier.
Yeah. Do I get to eat it?
You get to clean what you get to eat what you think is edible from the refuse and bits and pieces that you find that isn't a whole food yet.
Okay. And I
Start
go
eating that
around and I just start picking whatever I see and start like shoving it into me. And even if it's like not edible, I'll find out that it's not edible and
Yeah.
just like it's
So-
just coated in slime.
So yeah, tiny microscopic bits, a tiny little insect surrounding old fish bits. You consume them all. There's some splinters, pieces of jagged metal that you kind of just leave behind this greenish goo.
If I remember correctly, my cooking.
Nectar, are we going to be going to Norn here anytime soon?
I'll be nodding. I'm going to look for Jack.
Jack is present on the main deck looking at now new wolf companion with this greenish entity. It just kind of looks at you, says not a single word, but just like has this like either disappointment or questioning look about him.
Surprisingly, I don't know either. Rock seems to like it, so I guess it's staying for now. If necessary, we'll throw it overboard.
Noted.
Some members of the crew seem to, like, specifically pointing towards Omnius, have some deposits in Norn they would like to look at. We'll move the entire business regarding the ship, regarding a new ship, to later. For now, it would be good if we could make our way to Norn.
Well, he kind of gives a sharp whistle and come to alert the six elven handyman to Jack, and just yells out, "You heard them! You heard the person! Prepare the sails. We're sailing off." So,
I'm just
After that, I
sitting
would be
right
going
above the sail.
downstairs. I'm going downstairs, trying to find Rog. Do you need a stove?
No. I pointed the owl.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I remember. Still sticking
There's
close
me
by
in
to
the
make...
corner.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on you, even though, like, this metal eyeball thing is, like, still floating above you and keeping an eye on you, but I also am looking at you from across the room.
Just stuffing my face.
I think you didn't give Rog back the hatchet in character, did you?
No, because I'm not finished on it yet. But if you want to, I can give it back to you for now.
Oh wait, no. I was just gonna make a note in roleplay. So, how's that little hand axe going? Any progress?
Oh, that thing. Pulling it out of the back. Well, didn't have time to work on it yet, but I assume while sailing over would give me some time.
All right. I actually
There's one
wanted
other
to
thing,
see
though, I
what
want to start with.
upgraded to dragon scale.
Okay. That's your thing. I mean, I should tell you this. As you might know, I was gone a little bit with Omnius, and we were at an auction to, like, genuinely just find some interesting information regarding the dragon material, trying to sell some off, which actually worked. I'm, like, holding up the 2 bags of holding.
All right.
So theoretically, we already have enough money to theoretically buy the different boats. Either one, either the Black Rose or the one owned by the Druid, but I think the current situation requires quickness.
Yeah. No, we.
Too far away from the microphone, stick close, please.
I'm kissing the microphone.
Ugh.
Then you have a setting that's causing it to think that your background noise. Turn off all the Discord noise cancellation-y things. Echo reduction, noise cancellation, background noise, all of it.
Can we just admire what Omnius just said? Thinks it's background noise.
Well,
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
But yeah.
I'll just say this. Our current objective is north, right?
Yes.
Well,
Omnius stored most of his draconic wares there, and since we lost contact to that region, we may have to assume that it's lost.
well, let's not lose hope yet. We still have a little bit on the ship, and from what I look, when I look at it, you didn't apparently take much of it, if at all.
Mm,
So we still have enough to do something with it, but still, it would be more wise to look at the possible lost stuff.
yes. Although I can say, if I get the time for it, I want to do something with at least part of the material. Reaching into one of my bags of holding and pulling out, like, the ends of the optic fiber.
What do you
I
want
have
to
an
do
interesting idea.
there? I say as I
Eric,
I want to make some gloves.
how much does 12 pounds of dragon meat weigh?
Huh?
There.
How much does 12 pounds of dragon meat weigh?
Isn't that a
4
serious
pounds.
question?
12
pounds.
What?
Kilroy. You already answered your own question.
12 pounds of dragon meat. How much does that weigh, technically? It's
12
weighs
pounds.
12 pounds. Okay, when you
time to yell for Rog to come up, and then I'll throw that at him.
Okay.
I'm easily catch it.
no.
I mean, I
Make honey dragon.
think Kira wanted to ask how dense is the meat. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because like, it's like,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. It is incredibly dense, and yeah, it's only 2 feet for 12 pounds. It's only 2 feet long. So yeah,
Be throwing that at Rog.
I
Yeah.
got it.
yeah.
I said no. No honey dragon meat. Look, I'll make
Come
you jerky out
on!
of it. I'll make you jerky out of it later, but for now,
I
Right,
poke
Alex.
at Rog.
what?
I eat that.
I'm sorry, what?
I eat it.
Hey, look at the dragon meat. Look at the slime. Look at the dragon meat. Look at the slime. Look at the dragon.
No. I have a feeling that it's not going to be good for you. Now I look at Lecter. Wait. Aren't oozes usually acidic?
Yes. Whatever you're planning, I don't think it's a good idea.
I wasn't planning on it, and I also think it's not a good idea. Gilroy, take your dang meat back.
Now you hold on to it.
If you don't take it back, I'll throw it overboard. And then some abomination is gonna come up and eat it.
You wouldn't dare.
Let's keep it on board for now.
I just
Whatever
put it on the
may be
counter as I
dangerous.
keep cooking.
it's up to you, Squish. If you want to just fucking gobble up the whole thing and be like, what now? It's raw.
Lick that toad. Lick that toad.
I'm gonna eat it.
Oh my god.
Can I also stop it? Scene effects. I have advantage on dexterity.
I mean,
I wholeheartedly condone these actions.
At least try it.
It's out of view for me, so I don't even know.
so
I have retired to my study to study stuff.
okay. So,
Do I make a dexterity as well to eat it?
dexterity versus dexterity saving throw. Let's go.
Okay, saving throw against dex.
I have advantage.
Um,
Okay.
is that a monk thing?
Wait. Not 20. Not today. Not today.
On.
Well, hold on. Well, let's hold on. Let's see.
Natural 20 on fucking.
Still gotta do a saving throw, so.
Oh!
Okay, now we need a tiebreaker. God damn it.
Oh my god!
No, my
11,
total
holy
is
shit.
31,
No, that's
man.
31.
Oh, that's 31. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Oh my fucking god! Yes.
Don't mess with it.
So what you basically think is like, what you see. Yeah, you see the fucking acidic glob that is squishy looking at the meat and then waiting. And I'm waiting, and you're like, yeah, I know, I can just reflex and just grab it. And as soon as she does a motion, and then immediately stops, and you flinch. And then when you think that it's over, she grabs it and just immediately just kind of throws it into herself and just kind of, and that's now inside of her.
Okay, can somebody get the meme where the Monster Incorporated one is going like,
I think I know.
Oh,
what
you
one
mean Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens?
Oh, yeah.
no.
I think that.
I don't think that's.
Yeah, look, meme.
That thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So, speaking
Lecter is
of,
currently watching this entire show.
yeah. So she is. If here's what you notice, Lecter. She's incredibly nifty, nimble, and she does have some weaponry in her in her cloak.
My bag. Yeah, there's a bow with no arrows.
Huh.
Give me a genuine like size equivalent. Like, how big are you?
I am 5'1".
And you were able to ride a dog.
Yes.
Is it like that you're currently compressed, or is it just?
So what my race is a plasmoid.
Yeah.
They can basically they can go as small as like an inch. That's
Okay,
how-
so you're.
So yeah, I can basically ride a dog.
So you're
And I
pretty
could
much
basically
tiny
throw you.
compressed in this state.
Hmm.
Any one of us could throw her.
Yeah.
Them.
Yeah.
Sorry. And you are way too fast. I'm just watching this entire scenery, making a mental note. After that, I'm going to search for Ken.
You'll find me down in my little workstation.
Which is ironically from the kitchen, like 4 feet away.
Yeah, just turning around, head first, then the body, and then just...
I am deep into the plans for the black tip bullets as well as the dragon scales, trying to learn how to work them.
Roll me an intelligence check, Ken. One for the scales and another for the bullet again.
Okay.
And I would like one of you to roll me a d10 as you're traveling back to Norn.
I'll do it.
Cool.
I already have it all set up. All I have to do is push enter.
Well,
Do it.
no. Because, haha, too late.
Raw
Go
came
first.
first.
Hey. So,
You waited too long.
We're on our way back to Nord now.
pretty much.
I had one thing that so Omnius during all this, he's going to go up to where the figurehead of the boat's going to be and just start encasing himself in a hive.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the remaining bees that are still loyal to him flock to him as they proceed to douse Omnis.
Yep, that's exactly it. I call all the bees back, except for a few select ones that I'm keeping away as like emergency backups, but they can't go very far.
Yep.
I'm
So-
going through my book and seeing what is interesting to read. Not
What is
all of it.
interesting to read? Roll me investigation check because there's a lot of stuff.
So in the order of that I've told you that I'm doing.
Natural 20!
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So basically, I did first the scales, then the blueprints,
Uh-huh.
because that's the order I told you I was going to do.
So,
So a 19, then a 13.
Well, the black scales, just by looking at what you get, you understand that it's probably a lot more tougher than the same amount of steel, and it's a lot more lighter than a steel in weight. Whatever the composition would be, and if you could replicate it, would just be a stronger variant of steel that is much lighter than steel. And because it's also kind of flexible, somewhat more flexible than metal, you could actually do multiple scales on top of each other and make it like a whole, I guess, a chainmail, but out of the scales. So there is benefits to having armor made of draconic scales than steel.
Keep that in mind.
So, as for the black tip, you know that the plutonium is like, you don't know fucking chemistry a lot. You know that it's plutonium. You don't know what else is in this. Like, you know the casing, the metal bullet that makes the casing, and actual like the bullet, but the gunpowder is some sort of different kind of beast.
Oh, I guess I'm going to have to find a chemistry book then.
Are you saying
As-
that out loud?
Something like that, probably.
Need one?
Yeah. What? You got one?
Bag of folding. 5-pound book on Nonian chemistry.
Yep.
Don't know
Oh.
how much of help
Oh.
that would be.
Oh, that'd do quite nicely.
So, just a quick summary with that, real quickly. You know where to go. Periodic table. See what kind of elements consist of this. You realize that it's some sort of mixture of plutonium and thorium. You don't know where to get neither of those.
Oh, it's a good thing we're going back.
Yeah. So,
What?
speaking of the ship has favorable winds in your favor as you're going westward, and basically going west and then eventually going north, going towards the island of Norn. So, takes a few hours, and yeah, you're basically almost out of like the whole Bastard Islands, and off to the open sea. But in the meantime, Kurai,
Yep.
somewhere in the middle of these books, in the book, a fourth person who technically took the book mentioned something about an engine of the gods. An engine created by an essence of fallen gods to manipulate said essence and give divinity to any individual proven worthy enough.
Alrighty.
What you also not recognize, but like just look around the like next door pages, is whatever the book did to the person who doesn't left a name or anything, and all of its more or less notes and footnotes and like observations. Somehow the book was involved in this engine of the gods' creation.
Great. Now I got another piece for something. Ah!
Just hearing annoying from the upper decks.
Yeah.
This upper deck on the cell. Out
Yeah.
loud.
But yeah, time goes on. Rog makes food. Wow. It is about noonish as you're exiting into the high seas. And yeah. If anybody else got anything they want to do, since
I would like to start something.
do say.
I'm gonna start using some of the optical nerve that I have to start working on some rough concepts for a pair of gloves.
Okay.
Specific intent performance bonuses.
Roll me an intelligence check on that.
Can I help?
No.
No. Okay.
On those things
Just
you
check. Okay. That one.
Oh my fucking god.
Off to a fucking good start.
You really can't comprehend in this moment how you're gonna take this just muscle, like an actual muscle, and make it into the gloves that would help you with performance. Like, this is too odd of a request that you request to yourself. So, anybody else before
I'm gonna
rolling?
start looking for some excess clothing.
Looking for what now?
Excess clothing. Some kind of like fabric-based piece that doesn't have any like that isn't used for anything anymore. Like just a scrap piece would be enough.
There's plenty of washcloths that are linen cloths that were not really ever part of any clothing, but cloth nonetheless.
I'm going to spend the next few hours excessively taking this thing apart.
Alrighty.
Like trying to understand how the hell like cloth weaving works, just to get a rough idea.
Alrighty.
It's gonna take me a while.
Okay. So, if anybody else has any new ideas,
You.
you message me. Great. So, in that case, if anybody has any more ideas what they want to do, also, Danny, the meat that you're consuming, the dragon meat, is kind of
Yes.
bitter, but it's not the worst thing you ever had.
Okay.
Give me a second now. 3 people have DM'd me. Okay. Give me a second.
Eventually, when I'm done, I'll find some time to read more of the big book of enchanting, and then after a while of that, I'll retire to the crow's nest.
Yeah. So you retire back with Kilroy, because Kilroy is on top of the crow's nest with the book.
No, I'm
Well-
sitting on the sail. The sail area.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
That's
So-
where I've been sitting for the past hour. Couple hours there.
Alrighty. So yeah. So Rock, let's go back with you.
Alright.
So you do a quick inventory sweep of what food there is. There's 3 barrels of water and 2 barrels of just food, and like salted fish and salted meat.
Go a little slower. Okay, salt,
What?
fish, meats.
I cannot hear you.
I'm making inventory. I just asked that you go a bit slower because I'm actually gonna write this down, and I'm actually gonna write the.
I'll notify you then. I'll notify you then.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
you.
Alrighty. So yeah. If nobody else has, also, yeah, one more thing, Kilroy.
Yeah.
How are you gonna tell the question specifically? Are you just gonna be like up front?
Whispering. That's what I'm saying. And then after that, I would tell Rod, come up here. I got something for you to cook. And then I'll throw him the crocodile eye. Make a dish out of that.
It's not as much of a dish.
Rog, you look at the crocodile eye. You realize that it's the crocodile eye from the albino croc, and you still see that the eye lens still moves somewhat in the eye itself. Yep.
before anything gets cooked but from this, there's going to be a lot of things I'm gonna check. You just hang tight. I'll see what I can do. It's not gonna be cooked today, though. You can bet your ass about that. I'll be back.
Okay.
I
So,
gotta put things on the table.
with that being said and done, please roll me a d10 as you sail into the high seas. Because nobody
On
else
it.
wants to do. Okay.
Damn.
And let me just do M plus skip. Because now you're in the seas. Alrighty. It's a d4. Alrighty. Roll me a d10. Kirai, if you will. Oh my god. So.
Oh gosh, lower.
I would like everybody to roll perceptions. Those who are on the main deck, yes, on the main deck, or on the nest.
I have proficiency.
29.
Just a second, I gotta check if I have initiative. No, this makes
Are you under deck, Karag?
uh, how much time passed since the food cooking and serving?
About an hour,
15.
if not more.
Okay, so I'm. Okay, just. Why does it take so much time? Oh, 23.
Alrighty. So, it's been a good hour since you actually made it into the seas. The winds are somewhat in your favor, but overall calm nonetheless. Omnius, as you're casing yourself, you start to hear this just noise of something submerging and re-emerging, with like some sort of burst of air coming. And it becomes more closer and closer and becomes multiple. You look around with one of your bees, and you see from east to west, there's a migration of turtles by the hundreds. And while some turtles are only a few feet long, some of them are as wide as a dozen feet, if not more.
I'm gonna send a couple of bees to it, still within the safety radius that I've determined that, don't start to lose signal with them. And study them. Have a few bees, just keep an eye on a few different ones, just keep, learn about them.
So yeah.
I feel like that's what a druid should do.
So yeah. Eventually, everybody else, because it wasn't really a high DC, but Omnis was the first to know, start to realize that you're basically swimming in the sea of turtles. You're going north, the turtles going from east to west. Anything you like to do while observing the phenomena?
What
Does
does my
anybody-
familiar say
Do,
when I
do,
ask
do,
that
do,
question?
In due time.
Did someone ever tasted turtle soup?
I want that eye to be cooked.
Okay, that eye is not going to be cooked yet. Let's go see Lecter about something.
I'm just sitting in some corner taking apart a piece of fabric.
I'm gonna head up to where everybody is
Uh-huh.
and look and see everybody looking at the turtles, and I'm gonna use my boon to speak with animals.
Alright.
Hello!
I support this.
And-
This is a
and-
good idea.
And all you hear simultaneously like 40 or so hi, hey, hi, hey, hi, hi. imagine like as soon as one of the like turtles like surface up a bit to get air, just high, and Mila just so you get this just hi, hey.
That's adorable. I
Where
miss
are you all
this.
going?
Going home. Going to rest.
What's that like?
Pretty great until you're hungry.
I know! But I'm hungry all the time!
They don't respond.
What do you like to eat?
Kelp, fish, critters, pigeons, penguins, seagulls.
Run out a whole buffet list.
Everyone has different preferences.
Of course.
No, and I'm bored.
How many snapping turtles? That's what I'm.
Have a good day!
Everybody just kind of says
Tiny
bye.
body extension and just waving goodbye.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm waving.
Yeah. Yeah. About 20 or so minutes later, the whole sea of turtles pass as you
Oh,
continue to swim forward.
I was actually gonna ask people if they wanted me to hook one up with the harpoon.
It's
No.
up.
Oh well, no turtle shells. Anyways,
So,
could you help me out a bit?
Huh?
Kira gave me the, you know that white crocodile's eye? But it, I think it's still staring. Could you, take a look at it? Honestly, quite creeping me out, and Kilroy wants me to cook this thing.
I'm doing this Hamlet pose, but literally making a staring contest with the eye.
you see, like, for a good 10 seconds you stare at it and you think that Rog is just bullshitting. And you see just a flicker of light as, like, a ray of sun passes. There's something in the eye that is still alive, fighting.
This is weird.
Is this happening on the top deck?
I assume so.
Yeah, like close to the space where we go down. I'm just like sitting at the border, just a piece of fabric next to me. One of the bags of holding, like standing next to that, and then just me sitting there looking in front of the eye.
So, what do you think?
Keep it around for a while. I want to see what it does.
If Kilroy comes up to me and asks about the eye, you deal with
It's
it.
my fault. Yeah.
I'm just gonna
I
put it
messaged
away.
you, Eric.
I'm actually gonna. I think I'm just gonna put that in a jar made out of wood, technically. Just in a bucket of water, you know. A
Mini
bucket of
Oh
barrel.
water.
yeah, I forgot each of you has a bee on you. Lecter, the bee on your shoulder is buzzing.
Huh? Message to the bee. What is it?
I say we bring it back, if it's still partially alive.
To the crocodile?
Yes.
I think we're way past that. I mean, if we return back here, we can, but for now.
So,
Thanks,
Well,
until
it'd be a
we know.
shame if it was a missed opportunity.
So,
Yeah.
can I just get everyone's POE? As everybody just minding their own business, like perspective, just like perspective. What you're doing, just minding, chilling your business, focus on work, and then Kilroy just says, "Fuck it," ties some rope, ties it to the like front of the boat, and literally jumps off.
What the heck? Kilroy? I kind of just look I'm going over and I'm looking over.
I jump in after him.
Wait, no! I'm
He's
grabbing
got-
the slime before they jump.
Just stretches.
So,
Just
uh,
stretches. Do I make a dexterity save?
it's like
That's another Tuesday.
it's like that fucking long cat. It's like you just like.
If you go
slowly
in there,
extending
you're
towards
probably
the
going
water.
to dissolve. Not a
So
good idea.
I'm gonna roll dexterity to slip through and go after him.
I mean, it's a moving. It's a
I'm gonna move.
It's a moving ship.
yeah, it's a moving
Yeah,
ship.
and
I am rolling the strength if they're really doing this shit.
I believe in you.
Okay.
And slip past the fingers, and Squishy is in the salted water.
Dang.
All of you just see the rope is basically like going like behind the ship, like it's basically like around the board, like around the outer layer of the ship, just kind of hanging there, and you just see that somebody's dragging. So Danny, Squishy, the first thing you do is see the rope, grab by the rope, and you just see a really unamused elf just minding its own business, like looks like kind of bored, hands crossed, looking around.
since a plasmoid can hold its breath for an hour, this is no problem for
Yeah.
me. I go over and I tap him on the shoulder.
Yes.
I'm just looking down like, what the fuck's going on? What the
and
fuck
I
is going
point
on?
up to the ship.
Nah. Don't wait a couple hours.
Talking under-
So I'm going to do my tavern brawler and let me double check what it does again. I am. Let's see here. I'm going to grapple him. To attempt
You know,
to
this
grapple.
is just like every other. This is perfect.
Yeah.
This happens to Kilroy all the time.
So,
Bonus
love it.
action.
strength versus strength saving pro. Kill right, let's go.
Come on, I know you're strong. How
Alright,
strong is
so-
Goopy?
Strength check, let's go. Squishy.
How strong is the squishy?
Quite strong.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Boy.
Oh,
Dang!
Ah!
Oh, you annihilated.
So here's the thing. She gets the advantage because she's a slime. She can more perform while you don't even have like a place to stand on because you're just floating. So what you basically all see is this green slime just gonna climb up back onto the surface and dragging Kirai. It's
I like firemen carry him over my shoulder.
pretty much.
Well, color me impressed.
Man, I want a good view down there.
What the hell were you doing there?
Hey, if I see something shining.
What is
We're in the
your
middle of the ocean, right?
Yeah,
shiny
kill
thing
right.
you can see out
Kill
here,
right, kill right.
anchovy.
For all the minute and a half you've been down below, all you can literally see is just endless abyss of the ocean.
Hey, it's better than seeing nothing but the sky. Hearing you guys talk.
He's already getting bored.
I'll
As
go
a
back
way of
into the water and
cheering him-
dive.
I know. No, I'm
grabbing the
I'm
rope and
still
I'm-
grappled to you.
That's true. Kiran, if you want to not get bored, why don't you do something productive instead? Like, I don't know, make something. Making stuff is really therapeutic. Maybe.
You want food?
Okay. Kiran,
I just want some entertainment. Come on.
well, why don't you come and help me make stuff? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know. We'll see. All right?
Hey, I might find my tree growing down there.
A tree.
I facepalm my. Ugh.
You might never know.
I think he's slowly
Uh,
gaining things.
I carry him to like wherever like the dining table is or like the dining room is,
Yeah.
and
I'm so
I
tight
set
to the
him-
rope.
Yeah, you're still tied to the rope, but like it still
you just
reaches.
see
Ah!
I'm just
You
gonna
see
untie
my,
the rope. Not from Kilroy, but from the boat.
set him down, but I sit on his lap so he doesn't move.
Oh my god.
And then I take out this little bag and I reach in and I pull out a cup of hot chocolate.
Yeah.
You like some?
Oh my god,
How?
we finally have a Kilroy lock.
Nah. So,
See how long it holds.
Kilroy, roll me a history check. Roll me a history check.
What is hot cocoa?
Oh no! Oh no! This is something different. Oh!
That's like the 4th natural 20 today.
Second natural 20 for me.
Woo!
We've been playing for like an hour.
Yeah. So, Kilroy, you stubborn, cold, sweaty, and salty all around as you got dragged. You were offered a mug of hot cocoa, and despite not knowing what a fuck a cocoa is, something about the smell of it, something feels a bit too close for home. Something is not right.
Mother.
That moment I would Misty step into prison and close the gate.
What?
I'm
What? Hot
kidding.
cocoa?
Holy shit!
I'm so confused.
Me too.
So are we.
Okay. Rog
And
is
try to jog that memory.
You can. What you somehow remember is old bare fur carpet on the ground, a warmth of the fire in a cozy little house, and a cocoa that has been made by someone that you dearly love. Something is not right.
Thinking in my head, could it be?
The
Yeah.
slime be my mother.
This is how.
no. The
Insert-
sight of a
insert
parent
joke
being
here.
liquefied is quite terrifying, honestly.
All that you guys see is the moment the mug comes out, Misty step into the gate and close.
Do I Misty step with him since I'm on top of him?
Yes, you do.
You cannot run,
Oh, shit.
Kilroy.
Yeah, because you go with all your belongings, and the squish
Yeah.
is a belonging.
Part of the clothing.
Why is still here?
A Coco?
Poison.
So
Okay, no to hot cocoa. And I reach in the bag again.
You just kind of
And
spill.
wait, did you just spill the hot cocoa in the bag?
No, I must have spilled it on my way here.
Halfway.
Makes
Halfway.
sense.
Then I set it aside, and then I reach in the bag and pull out hot cider instead.
Ooh.
Where the hell do you keep all of that?
In a
This is
bag.
my bag. I call it a sack of snacking.
You do you.
You know, it's funny that we could basically track this person
and killerize teleportation and just interact with it.
You could just follow the trail of hot cocoa.
I'll smell something sweet.
By the way, Rog.
Yeah, I was going to
Um,
go towards Lecter to see what he was making, since I would have probably seen him doing something with the
Yeah.
while I
What you're
was
seeing is
talking.
literally just him sitting in, or like, yeah, currently standing in the middle of like a bunch of loose threads and like a half taken apart piece of fabric. By any chance, you wouldn't have any experience with sewing, would you?
Well, usually that is mostly for the women of the tribe, but a lot of those people.
Could you repeat that?
Although sewing and weaving is more for the women of the tribe, uh, I actually have leatherworking tools if that's interest of you.
Mm, it's most likely going to be more like this. Holding up the half finish, or like half taken apart piece of fabric.
You
I don't think
know,
leather is going to be the right for this.
you sure? It could be tougher, and we still have the webbing of, the dragon. I have my own 30 piece of it, 30 foot.
That could also be an option.
Want to try?
Be interesting, yeah.
Do you
Sure.
want it? Do you want it to fit your hands specifically?
How do you know what I'm doing? Um,
Because you're
Sorry.
making a glove, and usually when you make something, you're gonna
how
try.
do you know that I'm making a glove?
Because
how?
I haven't said it yet.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I thought he.
You don't
I,
know.
I, I
No.
thought he took apart
I
a
was-
glove for the
Nope,
part of.
It's just literally a
Never
small
mind.
piece of fabric.
Never mind.
The
Okay.
concept for a glove itself is... Yep.
Redcon that.
so, what are you planning to make?
Well, uh, something for, well, working on some projects, like, I don't quite have the finger dexterity, so I want to get something a bit more precise. I was hoping for magic to help me out with that, but I only have, like, well, the rough shape.
Oh, and what rough shape is that?
I can show you.
Would be much appreciated.
I'm going to cast 4th level Fabricate, and I'm putting back together the piece of fabric I just took apart.
Huh.
I looked it up, it's allowed.
Okay, so what is? So what am I seeing right now?
Basically, Lecter's fingers glowing, and individual movement is like reassembling those threads to form the fabric package already held.
Okay, and what did the fabric? Now I'm trying to visualize what did you do, like not how you did it.
Imagine like a small piece of cloth, maybe ripped off or whatever,
Okay, just
and I pulled out individual strings, like every single one.
Okay. Okay, so now you just reform the cloth from
Yeah.
a bunch of
Individual
strings.
threads.
Okay.
So, what are you planning?
I want to make some gloves. Something... Well, you seem to have been quite successful. Are you currently wearing the like cloak that you made?
The cloak?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always wearing that one.
Just like, yeah, pointing towards that cloak.
I also have the gauntlets, the metal
Mhm.
Ravenclaw gauntlets.
Yeah.
On the side.
Just generally pointing in your direction, broadly gesturing at everything.
Yeah.
Wanted to try my hand at it myself, but
Trying your hand at something could go much easier if you have, another set of helping hands. I could teach you what I know, and we could start from there. First, you're gonna need some drawn plans of what you're visualizing.
it's gonna be plain. So, I mean, something like that, pointing at your Ravenclaw gauntlets,
Hmm.
just without the claws. Just
Fair
some
enough.
simple things made from
And
high-grade material, infused with some magic, or at least
so,
my best attempt at it.
So is that a yes on the dragon webbing?
My idea just now was, well, I want to use this, and I'm pulling out the optic fiber. I
Well,
assume this can be pretty much directly used as thread.
Let's see. If tempered a bit, yes, it could. We just have to temper it a bit. Just tan it. That way, the thread would be a bit stronger.
Could you do that?
Oh yeah. Here. Well, yeah. So, would you accept that we are basically helping each other out in this instant and giving ourselves advantage on any on this?
Araxis?
Huh?
Would this
I-
count as like shared working together on this?
Sure, roll me with advantage.
Okay, where do I put tools?
That's your
It's
field, so
performance plus 8. Okay. Okay. One. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. So, 26.
Oh boy. Ah. Can I say that you done it? Good start. A good start, but not fully.
so now we have something that we could work. Like it's gonna take some time anyway.
Yeah. Now, time to draw some plans. First, we gotta come up with a concept, then draw it, put it on a paper, and see how the plans are gonna work together. Do you mind
I'm
if
gonna
we
get
work
to
on
that.
blueprints now, blueprints later?
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Say later.
Feel free to focus on something else.
So,
Yeah.
with that being said and done, roll me another d10 as you're traversing.
4.
Yes, 4.
4. 4. So since Squishy hasn't done anything, and she's like, "How insane this campaign so far? Are you enjoying this so far?"
Oh yeah,
Cool.
I saved a guy from
So-
drowning.
Yeah. So now please roll me D808.
For
808.
wait for the slime.
For the
You're getting
slime.
the secret 808
Hold
roll.
on, D100,
808.
808.
Yes.
You're getting the secret D808 roll.
Yeah. Well. Oh boy.
4, 5, 6.
Oh boy. Okay, we're doing it.
Dragon slime.
How bad is it?
Electra. You suddenly start to hear the uptick in your vibration of the magic Geiger counter in your fucking chest cavity as it begins to peak and your body begins to vibrate. What would you like to do?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it?
7.
That's already quite big.
Uh-huh.
While that's going off, would I see magic coming from the slime or what?
No, you look, but you look over the horizon, Kira, and do you see a shitload of divination magic materializing?
Nee. Not happy.
What's going on, Kirai? What do you? Why are you sounding like
Everyone turn around, look away.
Brace for the light. Brace for the light. It's gonna be bright.
I close my eyes and put my hands over it.
Squishy,
I
you?
hug Kara.
Okay, and
I'm
boom.
looking directly at it with the goggles.
The what?
With the goggles.
Roll
Dark
me a
vision
roll me a Constitution saving throw.
goggles.
And
You're
now we
like,
have a
"Hey."
blind sorcerer.
You're like literally, hey, this fucking explosion is gonna. Kira, you're now blinded. Because you're like night vision goggles while seeing a flashbang. That's definitely not gonna go wrong.
God damn it.
You're now currently blind.
No, are you okay?
So you basically see Kira just wondering, like, what the fuck happened? Where is everyone? Just
I'll
looking.
just continue walking forward until I hit something.
He's gonna walk off.
Walks off the
overboard.
ship.
Luckily, he's tied by a rope still.
Yep.
No, well,
Well, I can
untied
still
Luke from the
grapple
ship.
him.
I mean, no, he's technically in the cage, so
oh, that's true. That's
yeah.
Wait, how is he in the cage and able to see the?
Because he heard Lecter saying embrace, and he's like, oh, look at me, and he literally gone into like one of the peepholes under the ship and just looked through it.
Oh,
100 IQ. Boom.
Yeah, so, and now he's like dazed and walking around, and you see like his eyes not reacting. So like,
that reminds me when Pancake looked in the hole and killed all the barn animals.
oh yeah, oh yeah. So after a massive explosion of light, you start to hear sirens, large audible sounds of just of warning, of blaring warning. Ken, you are familiar with them as evacuation like signals, but different. It's just like very long, intense, like blaring sound. It just goes and goes. You look
As soon
to
as I hear I'm gonna run up. It's like we must go faster.
no.
I'm
What you
walking around
no.
like, what's that sound?
What you basically see, the ones on the main deck, as soon as the bang goes off, you look to your left towards west, and you just see buildings of metal and concrete of hundreds of feet long, stretching into the sky, have the turret and collapsed. And from the manifestation into the archipelago, some of those bits and pieces of the city start to just collapse and fall. As there's an incredible amount of dust, dirt, and just everything just starting to slowly collapse and go into the water. You're maybe Ken, like a few miles away, like 4 or 5. And you assume the buildings are maybe from like 200 to 400 feet tall, and some of them are just collapsing just from the teleportation into this plane.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
First off, I'm gonna pick up Kirai because I see that he cannot see, so I'm gonna princess carry him.
Oh my.
Princess.
You just hear a sharp whistle coming from Jack. It's just like, well, that's not something I've ever seen before.
And coming from you, that's something.
It looks familiar, but not in a. I know where this place is. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But it looks familiar in terms of like structural buildings and modernness, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Like,
I
is it
can't.
literally a ruined city, or is it just like a modern city?
There's sirens going off. Means there's people there. So we have a choice. We either move on or we go out and help them with evacuations and saving everything.
Well,
This is a form of distress signal.
Well,
Seems like
Asking
it.
to Ken.
yeah.
Sounds like an evacuation. Meaning there's more than like somebody must have tripped it. Meaning there are people there.
Okay, let's take a look. Jack?
I'll wait for everything to settle first before we approach.
The higher waves that basically were made from the impact of concrete steel that hit the water nearby are coming to you and you start just like raising the waves quite high, but nothing too
We
seriously.
might want to brace ourselves a little bit. It's gonna get a bit bumpy.
Oh boy.
But looking from like where you are towards the city, it looks like it's been abandoned and it's just decayed over. But it's sand, dust, and dirt. You see some of the buildings have something to Windows equivalent, but some of them are just torn apart before even getting to this place. And from your perspective, you would assume that it goes like 2-3 miles on both, like to the south and to the north. It's a massive island that materialized here.
What the hell?
This could
Would
be
I
a
be
second
able to
one.
see now?
Second
And-
one or something else, honestly. Looks kind of different. I think.
Whatever it is, it seems a bit more advanced than even my home.
Are you serious?
Look at the structure of the buildings and how tall they've managed to get them. Definitely bigger than ours. So they at the very least have some sort of architectural advancements, which would leave one to assume that they might have a bit more technology than even norm.
Is there anything eye-catching that I can see from where I stand if I go up? No?
Blaring
Hand in the
lights.
spyglass.
Yeah, blaring lights. Not blaring lights. Blaring sound, and just like a tall buildings of concrete and metal. That you need to like lift your eye, like you need to look from left to right, looking westward to just look on the full scope, because you don't know for how long you would need to go up north or back south to basically pass this island if you try to go west.
Jack?
Yeah,
Can you get us closer?
definitely.
Please do so.
So before we go to this shore, who's going in on the hi, how are you presentations, if there are people there?
Ken?
Being as how we're close by. Well, I assume we're close by to Norm at a good distance there, right?
If you ask Jack, he assumes about maybe, if the wind is good, less than a day, like less than 24 hours. 24.
Might be worth reaching out to them then.
Who knows? They might have some stuff that could help us during these trying times.
If there's anybody still there.
Fair enough.
That's the point. If they can make sounds like this, there must be at least something left.
Hopefully.
Let's check it out before it's too late.
Yep. Shouldn't you contact your Xana?
Not this time. Until we need help.
I will, if necessary.
So you change your course and trying to see where to actually park us. the closest like to get like the quickest way to get to the shore of this thing is probably the most dangerous because there's just like to the coast there's like 200 maybe 300 feet tall buildings that looks not in a good shape, and as you've seen quite a few collapse as they got to this place. We don't know how sturdy are the rest of the buildings. But besides that, few minutes pass, and the blaring of the sirens kind of fades and cuts out. Ken, you would know something equivalent of like a shortage of power that the siren starts to act and here just wobbly and distorted and eventually just shuts down.
Guess it was part of a bigger power grid then.
Sorry, a power what?
Oh, you know how we have lights on over in Norm?
Yeah.
We got it's not magic that makes them glow. We use electricity to turn them on. So, obviously, with the fact that seems to be out of power, it would seem that this was a part of a bigger power grid. Meaning that this is only but a taste of the world it came from.
I suppose I understand.
Rock.exe stopped working.
Just to say,
I do know that the stuff that was in that socket that I stuck my finger in really helped wake me up when I wasn't all, and I tapped my head a couple of times, like all here.
Well, I guess we'll figure out more once we get on an island.
Okay. So,
just worried that one day we'll find an island that doesn't know what an orc is.
So, give me a second.
Looks promising for one.
Give me a second.
I'll be keeping a close eye using, like the second. What's the word?
To be fair, no one didn't know what an orc is either. Oh wait, no, we did a little bit.
You know what? I think this will work. Oh,
Not the type of orcs you're thinking of.
Give me a second.
Well,
Ken?
I've seen some ugly orcs before too.
Yeah.
I currently have your second scope, right? Like the one you replaced?
Somebody does. I'm gonna say
I assume
yes.
I'm gonna be the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, I would be keeping a close eye using that thing as a spyglass.
Yes.
Oh god. Oh boy. Yeah. Meanwhile,
I have to make a whip rope.
So, first thing you notice as you're getting there, besides the sand beaches, you suddenly see a few, like, dissection of the city as you get closer to, like, the edge of the island. As there's plenty, like, can you realize that there's advanced plumbing or wiring? You see the streets that are covered in just brownish ash, rust, and dirt, that they have vehicles, cars that look alien and just way more advanced to whatever you fucking seen before.
At this point, he's basically just freaking out just a little bit. It's like, oh my god.
I think I zoned out. I didn't hear anything. And by zoning out, I mean my brain, not the computer.
Yeah, so
basically, we found cars, like seeing them in the distance. At least,
Fucking knew it was city. Are we in New York? Wait, is
who
this
knows?
We don't know.
That's a different debate. We don't know yet.
But yeah,
Let's see what language they speak.
the first thing you see is just absolute desolation and abandonment of the city. You don't see any footprints or anything that would indicate any sort of life. And this whole area just is covered in dust and rust and just...
I be able to see now?
Still not, dude.
You're
Still not.
blind.
You're blind. I'll tell you when you recover.
20 sessions later. Is it fine? Like already?
Let's
gonna-
go. Probably a restoration would fix that.
Give me a
Maybe?
second. I'm quickly gonna look up how many sorcerer spells actually don't require sight.
So I have a question. Since who's going?
Doing hard investigation, trying to figure out what this place is.
I have a
Well-
feeling it's going to be dangerous, so I don't want to really leave.
Well, before we start that, please tell me this: who's gonna stay in the boat? Who's gonna leave the boat? And if you're taking
Omnius
any
is only
character,
going to send some bees with you guys, and if you need him, he'll teleport there. Otherwise, he's going to stay encased in his little front hive.
okay.
I think Squishy is probably gonna stay behind. It doesn't appear that it might welcome them, so they're gonna stay.
Alrighty.
I'm actually gonna go, but I'm actually gonna give myself a bit of a cloak, and cover my face a bit.
So yeah. Question: any NPCs you're taking with?
Any who want?
Lena, if she wants to come.
She will.
Okay.
She kind of takes fun to deserts, even though this is not really a desert. But
Kill.
Think of it as
Alright.
a different type of wasteland.
I can't see still, so
yeah.
I can't go.
I'm gonna pass by. It's like, wow, this is such a great sight. Kilroy, you should see this.
He
I
was,
assume that scream was in character.
yeah. You know how you're like.
Okay.
You know
If Kilroy.
you know how
if
you.
he's going, then I'm going.
You know how you browsing the internet at like 2 a.m. and you open a new tab and it's like white screen, just like fuck. That's pretty much just tenfold on Kilroy's part.
It's like that one
Like
cat
that?
meme, flash bomb cat.
So,
Like the one
Just-
I posted in memes.
just to give Kilroy the ability to see some of this and be a bit more useful, Omnius will be teleport out and then do one of these in memes and cast Lesser Restoration and then be teleport right back into where he was.
And Kilroy,
I love that meme.
you're back. You're back. Your sight slowly regains as the whiteness subsides, and you start to see colors and stuff.
Not a particularly hard one either,
The
but like a
reaction of
full-on
that
just
void.
pat on his head.
I love the reaction of the void in that meme too.
So yeah. So
I
um.
My worst mistake.
I can see clearly now the rain.
I'm trying to go for a more cloaked look, like this.
Okay, so walking into the city of unknown, what does everybody would like to do? As I guess you're walking in, trying to explore.
Search
I'm
for
keeping
life.
the usual
Yeah, searching this.
appearance.
Search for life.
I'll go through the first house I see, or any door I go.
Well, the house that you see is basically a skyscraper that has its all doors open and rotted out, the windows, the glass broken, and half of the first floor is just decked with sand and dust.
I grab my bag of holding. Time to go looting.
just the first
Kara's gonna find a Glock.
I'm finding. I'm following. I'm gonna follow after Kilroy.
Okay. So are you just gonna go split up and just look around?
I'd be sticking close to Kirai, but before actually entering land, I would be casting Disguise Self to look like the classic Elven Scholar that I'm always doing.
I am stealthing.
Roll me stealth.
Straight up go.
Sorry, what did you just say, Araxis?
Roll stealth for Squishy, because she wants to go stealthily. So let's see if she can maintain the stealth. So to
Nat
describe.
20 again.
Oh my god! Yes.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
You
so,
disappear into another plane of existence.
Exactly. So,
There it goes.
so
She's just on me, just hiding.
yes, pretty much. So what happens is basically you, to describe the scene, you're I guess in a street that is covered just with cars that have been. Some of them have fully like disintegrated and just a metallic skeleton remains, while some are half still, still present. You can see their shape and what probably they were before. The whole road just is packed with dirt up to the knees. And whole like the first skyscraper you go into, Kirai, is well, half of it is basically filled with dirt. There's nothing there. There's some furniture that has just been destroyed over how knows time past. Trying to go up, you try the doors and all of them have been blocked out. As you try to like push in or out, they literally don't budge.
I cast knock on them.
Technology meet high magic.
High magic, second
So
level.
the knock spell, the knock spell, you knock. There's an audible knock, and then you just hear just a bunch of grinding, crushing, and you see from the other side just a jagged piece of metal just sprouts out, and the door moves like 2 inches and stops.
I'll try to squeeze through that.
You can get your fingers through that hole almost, let alone the whole body.
Dance night, see what's through that door. If I can see a hallway through, I'll dimension.
You basically see what's it called? Stairway, but it's fully filled to the brim with like broken pieces of stone and rusted metal.
I'll try and budge the door further.
I'm going to tap on his shoulder. Want me to try? And I squeeze right through.
Yeah. She just goes through and just squeezes through. What you basically see is just a dark tunnel that doesn't go up. It doesn't go down, but it goes up, but it just filled to the brim with just like jagged pieces of ruined building. Which you can easily squeeze through because you're a plasmoid. Yeah. So what about the rest of you? Because technically the first building that you cross is like literally, 40 feet into the island.
Go ahead.
Are there any bigger signs around? Like
you try to look, or you try to look for any signs of language or like whatever you might think of its past, but there's nothing. The sands of time basically rubbed anything that is now metallic. At least in this part.
I guess it wasn't exactly as into it as we thought.
Well, since I'm sticking close to Kirai and like the rest of the group, I'll send my drone out for like a scouting trip.
Okay. So
generally looking for like
go
any
and
sign of
walk
life.
outside real quick to see if there's any windows that are broken for higher up.
Yeah, plenty, but you literally need to break your neck just to look to the very top.
I'm going to that second floor of that building I entered, dimension door right up there.
Okay. You go to the second door. It's covered in dust. There is just some torn out pieces of plastic and metal around the room. And then there's just a door that is, when you try to enter it, it's just kind of locked.
go and try and find the stair steps.
The door's
Have
locked.
I found
The
anything?
door's locked. I have a crowbar to pry it open.
Oh my god.
He's desperate.
Have
Okay.
I found anything?
I'll okay, roll me both investigation, Kilroy and Danny, as you both have two separate paths of looting. As for the rest of you, because Kilroy just fucked off with Misty Step up to second floor. What the rest are you doing?
I'm searching for any vital signs of anything. If it's a trace of blood, I'll look for the wounded. That kind of stuff.
What the
It
fuck
loves
is that?
me today.
Wow. That's like the third. Like literally, 3 times now, 20
That
in a
is
row.
the luckiest
fourth
person.
one.
You know what? You're staying. You can no longer leave. You're our lucky charm.
Yeah.
Like no joke. Squishy is a secret.
I'm
divination
also investigating stuff like how would all the tech that would more than likely be up and about and all that stuff. Trying to get a
roll me investigation.
And one thing, while my drone is making like the rounds, a quick note to the rest of the group. I'll be right back. Hand to the chest. I'm casting fly up.
Oh my god.
19.
I want to see the top of those places.
I rolled an 11, but I got a +8 in investigate.
Okay. So, give me a second. Let's start with Kilroy.
Yep.
You crowbar the door open, and you stumble into a dark room. You cast Anticlize because that's your second reaction to that. You see, you
I have the goggles on.
yeah. Those
The goggles would just reveal the school of magic. They wouldn't tell you exactly what they are.
No,
No, he means the devil's side things.
Oh, the devil's sight? Oh man.
But they yeah. Basically, you see a half furbished room with a couple of skeletons in the corner hugging each other, and you just see this black mossy spot around them. This room that you look around just, I don't know, looks, well, first of all, incredibly dusty and dry. But no valuables. And besides, like I don't know, what do you consider valuables? Like, there's no gold, no silver, no nothing. But there are papers, magazines, books, photos of a couple that look happy in the pictures that you assume that they're probably in the corner right there. Yeah.
Anything that spots my eye, and then it's just like looking at the skull bodies there. I think I can
I can't.
shove them in the bag of holding.
God damn it.
Oh my god!
The literal corpses.
You are morally ambiguous.
They're not even corpses, they're literal
Call that
skeletons.
morally
This is
ambiguous.
bones.
Yeah, they're
That's
bones.
just plain bad.
It is.
Oh, hey, they're not buried.
They don't need them anymore.
Buried.
Good point.
Yeah. So that's that. Then comes Danny. Danny. Looking around, crawling from one thing from another thing. You start to just find, as you go through, like, you just basically go wherever you can find any source of light, and you go through, and you just see the first like shimmer of light you see is Lecter flying up. Then you go back in, go a bit up, then you just stumble upon a completely caved in floor. Then you go up, caved in. And about maybe floor 18, you notice that you're basically in a very like nice foyer that hasn't fully been destroyed, but also looks pretty fucking disgusting over all these things. But it looks pretty alright. There's still velvet flooring, red carpet that has been just almost destroyed. It looks like the only intact piece of this building so far. Looking around deeper in it, just going through the rooms, you see most of the doors have been open. And there's a lot of like posters, but you can't really comprehend them because they look like they're in common language, but you don't really get the words or sayings, anything. And you look at the rooms and you see quite a few like people dead in their beds. Some of them look like they just died just laying down. Some of them look like they died in a panic. Some of them have bullet holes with a gun in their skeletonized hand and a blood spot. And you count about 14 rooms like this just all around. And all of those rooms are kind of identical, as the red and velvet corridor replaced by this nice light blue interior of these single rooms. So yeah, that's your scavenge. As for let's see, let's go for Rog. Rog, you find nothing.
Can I get the help of my hound for a next tour?
He doesn't smell anything.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Going
As
forward, Ken.
Ken,
E.
most of the cars that you see in the street are just skeletons. You can't even recognize that they're just basically the frames of the vehicle that used to be. But there are plenty in the hundreds down the road. Just looking around, you start to find like half destroyed vehicles, and you start looking inside and seeing what kind of innovations you can recover. Most of these vehicles don't even have an engine that you even comprehend. Well, you know that your engines are usually powered by gasoline or diesel. These are like they look like generator, like they look like a engine. They have the whole cylinders and pumps and everything like an engine, but they don't have any power source like an engine. And you look inside of their like the front by basically bashing either the doors out or the windows and get in. The HUD of the whole car is different. There are no like turns, knobs, anything to push, anything to like. The only vehicle part that you like know that is a vehicle to your world is basically the steering wheel, which is not much.
Okay, so taking a step back and looking around the environment as a whole, does it look like there was great scorching marks or any sort of structural damage that was not through time? Taken by time. Done by time.
You can roll with investigation with advantage as you're trying to see what the fuck happened to it. Lecturer, going higher and higher and getting bigger perspective, you realize that this fucking whole place goes for miles. You see that while majority of the landscape is literally streets and skyscrapers, buildings similar like you just are nearby, there are some wide openings in the middle of this island. But like above the sky, you don't see anything like hostile, or you don't really spot anything moving with your past perception.
Yeah, at this point it would be like trying to spot an ant in the forest. I would just like stop in midair, like kind of Iron Man style, and just start heading to one of those bigger openings.
You're not Iron Man, you're Ultron.
Now that's a
Biode-
statement. I will come back to
Biodegradable
that.
Ultron.
I'm gonna add that to my list of epic titles.
Okay.
You want to know what that reminds me of? Give me just a sec.
Sad, ominous noises.
Yeah. So what did you exactly
It's
say?
not biodegradable,
Okay.
at least not.
What do you say exactly, Kilroy? What you gonna not Kilroy? Lecter. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna head for one of the like bigger openings.
Okay.
Like you said, there were like bigger spaces without buildings. So
Yep. There's many. Every single skyscraper has like floors by the 50s, 60s, even 80s, and all the windows are just been destroyed. You can enter any floor in any skyscraper pretty much as long as you please. But in the same building as Kilroy, a lot of buildings have like you're in the room and there's a door, and most of those doors are literally just locked away. I mean, you can try to bash them in, but there's plenty. And what the previous purpose of the rooms that you're in from outside is basically unknown, because most of the color, like almost there's no resemblance of color except for like a few spots that were saved, I guess, because they were just basically blown through sand and just kind of find the way. So,
I think at this point, Lecter would head back to the rest of the group.
okay. So, Danny, what would you do with your findings?
I'll look around. Well, once I looked around and see there's no food, I just go back.
Okay. So kind of all regroup back at the bottom. And you can share your findings.
No food, no fun.
Yeah. You can tell what you want to everybody else, because... Oh yeah! Ken! And Rog.
Keith.
Yeah.
You start to look around for any, what happened to this, city, what happened. And just start to look for, like signs of fighting, explosives, anything. And you just start looking around, and then, let's just say...
Who gets shot? Me?
Nobody gets shot. Your warhound starts...
Everybody gets shot.
Everybody in... No. Your warhound starts to, scratch its place in the sand and starts to dig in. And it reveals a skeletal corpse, and beneath it reveals a shadow.
I reach in.
And you basically see the way the person died is basically on its belly, head to the side, like a sporadic motion. You see there's a literal shadow, how do I say this? There's a shadow that basically is imprinted into the ground, how the person formerly looked.
And I know exactly what causes that, right?
I know. Can I say what I think it was? Meta?
Oh, let's
I think we all
find
know.
out.
Because
Let's figure this out.
I'm pretty sure this place got nuked.
That's what we were. That's why we were trying to say. Let's figure this out. When somebody says "Let's figure this out" twice, you don't just continue to say it.
Yeah.
Never heard that before. Okay.
So, ironically
But
enough,
my character would know what caused that.
actually no, because you don't know the concept of nuclear weapons yet.
Okay.
Yet.
Yeah.
Whatever happened here, it was not. Yeah.
Must
So-
have been some high-level magic to disintegrate them like that. Only the bones
I-
made.
I honestly don't think it's magic.
Hmm?
You look around here. the path of civilization, the civilization's path, is similar towards Norm, which came from a place where there was no magic.
That is true.
So I don't think anything magical happened here. And from the looks of this place, it looks like it happened quite a while ago, long time. So it must have been. It must have happened well before this place we got here and it appeared here.
Do you think there's anything that lives on this island?
It's hard to say. This is the devastation that's here. Now that we know something caused devastation, it's quite immense. And those sirens blaring probably means that if there was an evacuation, then chances are anybody who did make it out alive probably went to unpopulated areas.
Everybody roll perception.
Oh shit.
Aircraft bomber just comes in.
Everyone?
Yeah. Because you're basically regrouping.
I got a 17 plus 6.
21.
Teen.
Okay, so who rolled 18 or higher? Just quickly, TLDR.
Oh, I did.
I did.
I rolled a 23.
Rolled a 19.
You suddenly start to hear a clanking of metal, Ken and Danny. Well, let's say Ken, because you're closer to the street. As you're discussing this with Rock, you look over and you see there's a metal cylinder in the concrete in the middle of the street that is now getting opened, and you start to see this orange, like, head to toe plastic jumpsuit with this black glass. I guess just imagine if anybody knows the Rust hazmat suit for radiation. Yeah,
okay, settle.
Yeah, but it's orange, and he just peeks his head and just looks at you, and Emil just starts going downwards as you hear just dun, 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 dun.
Listen, they're not alone. And I start darting towards wherever that person is.
I would just knocked it open.
I don't think you're there.
So the path leads into a manhole. Are you gonna actually go into the manhole, Ken?
I'm gonna follow Kid.
Ken, I'm asking, are you gonna follow him into manhole?
Well, is the manhole's closed now, right?
No, he basically opened it, shoved it over, tried to climb out. The first thing he saw is you, and then fucking went back.
I'm just gonna yell, and it's like, if you're friendly, we mean you no harm. Just come out.
Narini, Narini! And you just hear him fucking run.
What was that, Jamaican? Wait, no. Indian? I don't know.
I didn't understand a word that said, right?
Exactly.
Ken, do you want to go after it, or should we just tell Lecter so we can all go together?
What are you talking about?
I mean, question, are you gonna,
Search
like,
something.
here's the thing. How long are you gonna chase him, or are you gonna just give up, Ken?
I'm just trying to decide. It's like,
We might as well. Wait, I don't think there's.
it obviously doesn't know us, and it's probably, in the time we're taking it probably knows down there better than any of us. So it's probably not a good idea to go soon. But we do know that there is some sort of life here. I say we take this information and tell the group and see what we should do for that before we're going in. Because I'm not going to go down there with just the two of us.
I'd rather have Lecter with his little doodad to tell when we leave.
Mm-hmm.
Now then, You want to stay here and survey this while I go check if I can find the group?
I'll find a nice place that's out of the way but still in line of sight of these manhole covers and see if anything else pops up.
Okay. So
I'm mounting the warhound to go grab Lecter.
I mean, he's basically going downwards because he's like finished with his exploration. Because this basically all happened as everybody's trying to regroup.
Waving my
And everybody's regrouping?
Yep.
Is that what we all said?
Yep. Because Danny's finished with her. Kirai got the skeletons.
So if I see everybody, then it's like gonna say,
outside.
I'm gonna see, yeah,
I think
everybody
so.
saw it. It's like, well, then we're gonna go down. Just like, there's somebody down here. Don't think it understands us, so we might want to calmly try and apprehend it.
Unless you have talking magic, Lecter. You know, let's go.
Like there's something out.
I'll go in last.
Okay, that's a statement.
Squishy goes in first.
Oh my god.
I go in second.
Oh, you're all going to the
Going first is
manhole?
the best way to die.
Yep.
Oh my
I'm
god.
going to continue further ahead.
On the ground?
On ground, yeah.
Oh god. Okay. Both of you roll me d10 simultaneously. So Kirai rolls d10 and then one of the rest of the group. Because you're splitting
Dina
up.
goes first. I would say Dina.
Dina has the best luck.
Donnie, sorry.
Uh,
So much about luck.
Or 4.
I'll be right back in a second.
Both
So-
force.
the sewer is not as horrifying as as you thought. It's basically you're basically walking this catwalk of maybe 20 feet wide and about like 20 feet wide, and at the bottom there's a pit of like 60 feet that you'd assume that is probably where all the manure and shit of the city went. And it's not hard to track the footsteps because there's like imprints of mud that is just freshly baked in, not baked, but like stepped on, and it's only one set. There's no footprints of animals or humans or humanoids alike, and it's quite easy to track.
No, it's just say, I'm gonna whisper to him, say, do this stealthily, no. See where it leads us.
Uh-huh.
Don't want to spook it too much.
Spook it. So Kirai, same goes for you. It is as you go in and you reach the end of the street and you just look around and continue to go for. You realize there's more cars and you see more and more skeletons that have picked over. You don't see any life of humanoids or humans anywhere. Until eventually, Kirai, 3 streets later, you come to this wide-ass opening. As there's this... How to say this? It's like the next 4 blocks to your left and to the right is just missing, gone. There's no hole, there's no nothing. And in the middle of this, like, missing land... like missing blocks, there's just this giant statue of odd cube shapes. Nothing humanoid, nothing like that you know of. Nothing that makes sense. Probably. As for you, people below the ground, you start to hear with your passive perceptions, running a single footsteps of running on metal grates, and occasionally like a violent cough that echoes through the sewer. As you actually made it just around the corner, about 40 minutes, just tracing the steps. Found the person in a hazmat suit on his knees, chest exposed, and his hand basically trying to grab his chest as he's coughing profusely. And blood is coming out from his mouth, which half of it is still covered in the glass. What would you like to do?
We don't have a healer with us, do we?
Have a little healer.
You think you can fix
Omnius!
Omnius.
Soapy!
There's. I'm sorry. What did we find? Somebody
We're
hurt?
happy to be.
the guy hurt, like the guy you just met, but he's hurt.
Well,
You're
I'm
all
gonna cast
carrying
Cure
bees.
Wounds.
Yeah. One message to one of the bees. Could you help us over here? There seems to be someone hurt.
You
Finally, kind of life.
as the person finally sees you, he basically just starts like on his back, tries to just gonna kick away from you, just trying to get away, but he's failing.
I won't be moving any further. I will be staying at that exact position, not trying to approach any further.
Well, hold on. Well, then I'm gonna like tap Lecter on the shoulder. It's like, easy, we got this. So I'm
just to put in perspective, you're about 20 to 30 feet away from the guy. He's trying to get away from you on his like ass while coughing up blood.
1 sec.
You should probably tell him to calm down.
I am currently hiding.
I can imagine. You're like, what are
I
you?
rolled a 30.
I just imagine like, hey, this is friendship, right? And it's like, oh, what the fuck? I was brought here.
Oh hell no! I don't want friendship. Just disappears.
Right. Hold on. Can we pause for
I
just
do.
a half
I
second?
just-
Sure.
I need to do something real quick,
Sure.
but I want to do
Okay.
something there.
Pretty sure Danny does.
So let's go back to Kilroy real quick. Kilroy, you see this art gallery of like just how do I describe this? Like, you know how you drop a single like just say like a pebble into the water in like a shallow pond, and there's just splash motion everywhere. It's like a captured motion in marble and some sort of metal, and just this obscure artistic thing of just like a bunch of liquid, or at least what it tries to display, liquid just going all around.
Time to search that whole area around.
Roll an investigation check. You literally find nothing. Like, you are knee deep in dirt, traversing through this art display, and you can't make shit of it.
Terribly sorry about that.
It's fine. Anything else, Gilroy?
I'll be picking up those bodies I saw earlier.
I mean, you got them already. Oh, you wanna
Oh, the other one.
Oh, other ones? How much bag of holding space do you have?
That bag of holding had some food in it. Bottles of acid.
I'll be generous. You can collect up to 100 bodies. You collect 100 bodies. Congratulations. You literally have a bag of holding of skeletons.
Just empty it out at some point and use the intimidation bonus.
But yeah, back to the group below the ground with the fucking
Obvious,
man in the
it
hazmat.
will be teleport to you guys if you need him.
Yeah. Well, first I'm going to, before you do that, I'm gonna try and slowly approach. And as I do that, I'm going to take my weapon that's holstered on my back and slowly just, as I held out one hand, my other hand just puts the rifle down on the ground. I'm just gonna slowly approach it with my eyes or with my hand preparing for cure wounds.
The dude tries to get away, but just stops entirely and just goes to his side in a coughing fit.
No, and when I get close enough, I'll cast cure wounds.
Yeah. So what you see is dude maybe in his mid 30s, late 30s. His entire skin is pale, like unhumanly pale. There's quite a few scars that have not scars, but like open wounds that have not healed properly and are still bleeding out. His eyes are bloodshot red, and his mouth looks like missing half of its teeth, and all the rest of look like they're suffering some insane amount of malnutrition.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
So I'm gonna cast
Get back to the kitchen.
Holy shit! You just had an order, you asshole.
Okay. Oh my god.
Use your head as a pot.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Heal for 6.
He kind of starts coughing a bit more, but you see some strength has returned to his body. As he finishes his cough and just kind of looks at you like a delirious man who's having a fever on top of a fever, and just says nothing. Just looks at you like.
Just give him a stern nod, just like in the conversation. We're kind of like trying to say we're here to help.
And his eyes literally roll back as he collapses on the ground.
Yeah, just for safe measure, I'm just gonna spare the dying just in case.
You can sense that he's breathing, but he's like literally just knocked out cold.
Yeah. Oh, help! At least he's out now, so we can do a little bit of magic and get the druid.
Lecter, roll me medicine check with advantage.
Okay.
Cause you got the Nornian Book of Medicine, you know what the shit is up.
Also, question. Does anybody have comprehend languages?
I do.
That probably
Speaking
will
of
help
animals.
at some point.
I also have.
That probably will help at some point.
So, with +7, stowed at the 14.
You know that the man is suffering either excessive or lethal amounts of radiation poisoning. He is, as you basically try to test the fucking theory, you just try to just like nudge a flock of hair on his head, and it just literally just comes off. Like, the dude is not having a great time at all. And probably is gonna die really fucking soon, because lethal doses of radiation will literally lead a person to death from like painfully in matter of weeks to days. So
Ken? You wouldn't happen to know how to make a radiation detector, would you?
I can't say, not off the top of my head. But
from at least what I can tell from this guy, it seems to be pretty high around here.
If that's the case, then we need to be getting.
I need to be getting for security reasons. Are you currently feeling sick? Slightly worried? Any signs of nausea?
Am I?
This is a general question to the entire.
Roll me an insight check.
Just me?
No, Ken.
Me?
No.
Yeah.
Insight on yourself.
Yes.
About this point,
that's
the
good.
bee that's on, let's go with Rog, flies off of him about 5 feet away. Omnius teleports away. Hey, yeah, sorry, it took a second to get out of the hive.
21.
Well, now here's the thing. a sudden anxiety overtakes you because you know that you like in extreme situations, and this is like we were talking like in Nord there's like very specific extreme situations where radiation might be a problem, but it's basically is mentioned like a black death. Like if you step into this place where it's radiation, you're most likely gonna die in a few weeks to months. So all of a sudden you are overcome by anxiety, but then you're like, wait a minute. Nah, I'm feeling fine. You're good. You're feeling good.
Hold
Now
on a
that was a build
second.
up.
Wait a tick.
Well, if it
Oh,
is,
no, we're fine.
we do need to get him out of here then, and get him better medical attention.
If this
What
is
exactly-
seriously the amount of radiation. that
Speaking.
blood
But judging by the fact
Kirai,
it did happen quite a while ago,
Kirai.
so it might not be
Yep.
as bad as here.
You start to feel anxious, a bit nauseous, and you have this sensation of a fever coming to you.
Oh no.
Actually, I'll just ask you this. So, since I'm the true organic here, you know how radiation can affect camera sensors and
Yeah.
cause like little white spots?
Yep.
Is Omnius getting any interference?
At this location here, no.
Cool.
Oh boy.
Welcome to the campaign, Denny. Welcome to the campaign.
There's some dark and there's some humor.
AKA stress out as Kilroy does something stupid.
I mean, heck, he might grow an extra limb the way we see it.
He now has a tail.
He might
So,
see it as a benefit.
Kilroy, what would you like to do?
I'll probably go away walking back to the ship.
No.
Looks over at Lecter. So you told my bee you needed healing? What's going on here?
I don't, but he seems to. Pointing at the guy currently on the floor, unconscious.
He seems to be suffering from radiation sickness. He's fading fast.
No idea what the hell you're saying, but let's see if this helps. And
Can I
we'll try to
give you
give
the
him a
book
first
later?
level cure wounds. He's
Well,
suffering
imagine
from
it's-
radiation? What?
Radiation. I'll show you later.
Think something.
Rageimation? Is that a barbarian
more-
thing?
I don't think so.
We'll get to it later.
Oh boy, I told you this is not gonna be great.
Are we looking for more of these bozos, or
One should be enough for now. He will be able to tell us if there are others.
We can
I mean-
cure him of this disease or illness. Should be fine, and then we can try and see if we can't find out his language and try and communicate it.
you know what? I'm just gonna do a little sweep of the area if you don't mind.
I'm gonna ask the warhound to see if there's any more traces of this kind of human.
Roll me a survival check.
Okay. Any advantage? No.
No.
Okay. The dog's advantage or my own?
Your
Mine. Okay. So.
your survival.
Sorry, my survival.
Squishy, would you like to do anything? This morbid situation.
22.
I think we lost our guys.
Immediately start like touching like the heads of everybody to see if they have like a fever or something.
Nobody's having a fever up here.
Are you fine? I'm fine.
Yeah.
Very concerned.
Quick question: are you doing that with Lecter as well?
Yep.
It's gonna be ice cold.
And if you
Just
do that with
saying.
Omnius, you're going to end up with a handful, or like a bunch of bees on the back of your hand, and your hand's going to be kind of sticky.
Ooh.
It's gonna be sticky anyway.
Yeah.
It's gonna taste like honey.
Bees all over my hand. I'm all like, oh hello.
Accidentally devours the bees.
They
No.
they generally don't bite, unless I tell them to.
And then I kind of like my form, I kind of pop them out.
Okay. So, there is well, the Warhound uses the blood that the person coughed off, and immediately he looks towards the location the man was running towards, and he goes off.
I follow him closely.
I'll send my drone after them.
Okay.
I'll be there in spirit.
Okay. So,
There might be more. I'll see what I can do.
what about the rest of you?
I see that Kilroy isn't here, so I'm gonna go try to find him and make sure he's okay.
Okay. I'm guessing you're gonna pop the manhole and just try to see if you're fine. If you find him.
Yep.
Omnius sees you start to walk away. Is like, are you going for Kilroy?
Hmm?
He does this a lot. We generally just wait to see if he comes back alive.
If he gets sick like the guy over there, I'm very worried.
Well, he's a
Kirai.
pretty tough cookie. He's tried to kill himself like
Yeah.
I don't even know how many times.
You
Almost drowned. multiple times,
you
poisoned to death.
currently have 2 points of exhaustion as you're making your way halfway through the thing, and the light companion that you have just says, "You're not well, child, are you?"
No, I don't
Well,
know what's
Sherlock.
going on.
Yeah. Kirai, when you start scratching your chin, some makeshift of bear, like the individual hair, like just starts to just fall off. It's not going good for you, buddy. As for Rock and Electra's drone, you go for about an additional 15 minutes down the path, and the dog goes left and right, turns, and eventually you start to see. How do I say this? Well, most of the section of the underground you travel looked like abandoned and not used for, I don't know, centuries, decades, how long. But basically after those 15 minutes it starts to seem more like recent used, because you see structures of wood and plastic that were set up and stuff. Like there was some civilization after whatever the fuck happened to this. And then all of you come across this very large, very thick steel door that is like 1/4 open from the bottom, and beyond that there's just darkness, and the Warhound just kind of goes under it with some help and just goes past and just starts barking.
So we're at a iron door right now.
Yes.
Well, wait, who all's
I'll
there?
show you.
Because what happened with the guy I tried to heal?
I
He's
mean,
still there.
he's with Ken, I assume, and Ken is probably getting him back to the ship.
Oh, well, I'm with Ken then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Banging on the door just to see if I get a response. As I
Um, Well, your Warhound is on the other side, and when he barks, there's just an echo. And when you bang, you sense that this is a thick, maybe few feet thick wall. And even as hard as you bang, there's no vibration coming through the door.
Okay. I follow the dog through the hole he made, I guess.
It's not a hole. It's basically like 1/4 of the door is open from bottom up. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna squeeze through there as well.
Yeah. So it's just darkness.
Even though I have dark vision? 6 feet. 60 feet.
6 feet.
Oh, 60.
6 feet.
Okay, dark vision boy. What you basically see is a bunch of dead bodies, a lot more recently killed, as you see. Well, how do I say this? Blood, not fresh, but still sticky. So whatever this was, this has happened not so long ago. As Yeah, there's a bunch of bodies, a lot of bullet holes, and you know what bullet holes, and you know what guns are, because there's plenty of guns and bullet holes all around in these individuals. And you count about 40 or so.
Is there no other traces that there's probably something that walked away?
Roll me investigation, just as, with disadvantage, because you're doing this in the darkness.
With the how? Okay, so still disadvantage.
Yep.
No.
Lecter, what would you do with this information?
Wait, what was it again? Investigation?
Yes.
Let's see, anything I've prepared for today that might actually
14.
help with it. Should genuinely prepare for this kind of action on a regular basis, but for some weird fucking reason I don't.
Yeah. There's no indication of like there's another door that goes somewhere else, but the door is completely sealed shut. And this is just a blood, just a blood. I don't know, just a blood spot, and nothing else.
So there's another door, but it's sealed.
Yep.
Does it look like the way out? Looks like the way into something.
You don't know. That's your investigation.
I'm gonna take Gale's harpoon.
Uh-oh.
Yes, uh-oh.
Oh, duh.
Yeah. I'm going to just be 5 foot in front of it, so it doesn't just launch and, you know.
5
foot in front of it. I'm going to throw Gale's harpoon at the actual door, and have the command to bring it back to see if I can.
I mean, as soon as you throw at the spear, like a good 2 inches of the spear just sinks into the metallic, and you see the steel has suddenly expanded and heated up a bit around the spear's tip, and there's a few cracks. And then you get it back.
Well, let's try this officer. I'm grabbing my hammer because I really want to open the door. There's something appealing. And I'm gonna start bashing with all the fire I can, just to see if I can melt away this.
Roll me a strength check.
I'm raging with this too.
Roll me a strength check.
We just hear from down the hallway. Ting, ting.
Like literally just an oversized anvil.
You guys are safe and sound as I'm dying here.
So, do I have proficiency?
Also, Kilroy, 3 points of exhaustion.
Get out of there, for fuck's sake.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do it harder. Do I? Do I? Okay, just strength.
Strength check, come on, dude. I told you, like.
I'm raging, so I've got advantage on it. So far 15.
I mean, you bash and you bash and you bash. You get layer after layer, bit by bit. But after bashing this door for 10 straight minutes, and your fucking hands are tired just from the fucking amount of bashing you did against solid steel, it still doesn't see the other side of the wall.
Okay, so how thick was the other one when I bashed it? Because if we went under it, I could have seen how thick it was.
About 4 feet.
Okay, so how much? And how many? How much?
About a feet.
Lecter, if you're seeing this, think you got some magic to melt this down?
Lecter, what's your response?
You see the drone slightly looking up. I will try one thing. the drone will slightly fly back, like almost like taking like walking a few meters before taking a leap. She's flies straight against the door, hits the door and casts knock on contact.
200 IQ.
Very nice.
Uh,
Very nice.
So it's literally like a tiny version of a
Constitution
rifle.
saving throw.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, it's
Would
fine.
the bee die because of the radiation on me?
Constitution.
What do you mean on you?
I'm pretty sure I just unlocked the radiation gate.
The B2
I
that
was
Omnius
raging
has.
too.
That's-
Omnius B is metallic. It can survive a long time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a
I'm
20 on
only.
Constitution.
Actually, that's a great point. Araxis, is that bee suffering any of the speckles?
It is currently blind. It basically went blind by the time when you Kilroy entered the statue area.
Oh.
Yeah. You didn't
Yeah,
warn.
from that moment on, that bee has just been buzzing furiously on your shoulder.
Yeah.
This is a bad idea. Get out of there. Get out of there.
So yeah, you kind of just you didn't realize that you're in a very enclosed area, in a metallic enclosed area, and then you just hear the fucking drone just bang, just knock, cause 3 times the size, and this door doesn't not like release a sound unless it's a. Your fucking ears are ringing and ringing, and you feel something warm coming out from them, but despite that, you're feeling okay, kinda. Give me a second. I just did something.
Okay-ish.
Yeah. You take 46 thunder damage, so 16.
I was raging, so
Half that.
have that to.
Wait, no. Does it do from Sonic?
Yeah, the
fun.
thunder damage is included. The only thing he's not resistant to is psychic.
Ah, okay, fair enough. So oh yes.
Lucky bastard. Sorry.
Yeah.
Good thing I was raging.
Oh boy, that would be and the door just suddenly starts to just lift itself up by this intense bluish hue of arcane energy. And what you see on the other side is immediately as the door halfway opens, just the body flops over, a bunch of bullet holes on the back, and he was holding some sort of lever that he just released that is somehow connected to the door. But yeah, you see quite a few bloody footprints that are leading towards the corridor that is open. And this whole corridor, compared to this sewer, looks a lot more cleaner and a lot more well used. As you see, not only bloody footprints of going out, but dusty, dirty footprints going in.
Listen, I'm gonna regret this, but if something bad happens like that, I'm running back.
The drone kind of nods.
Is
In
the dog
case he-
okay? I feel like the dog is wrong.
Quickly noting, in case he starts running, I'm gonna cast haste on him. So just kind of ready to action.
Okay.
If the dog is down, I'm just gonna carry the dog.
Okay. Ken and Omnius carrying the body
And I'm keeping an eye on this guy as he's going. If he's getting... Did my heal do anything to help him?
I mean, it looks like he's breathing normally, at least now. He doesn't cough up
I'll do
blood.
a medicine check.
Well,
if you'll allow me.
Sure.
Yeah, I got a pretty decent medicine, the dudes. Weird for a robot, but...
What's weird about a robot having medicine checks?
Well,
I guess that comes from the assassin part.
He's
Got to know how to take them apart, you know.
Yeah, his overall medical condition is stable, but you don't know how severely he has been poisoned with radiation, or how you even get rid of radiation this day and age. Yeah.
He is my test subject.
Oh
So what do I need
no!
to do for Kilroy?
Maybe want to do restoration or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, we'll do that. And as I cast a second level lesser restoration on this dude, and I look right at Ken and I'm like, but this guy, yeah, I'm thinking Kilroy might be getting a dose of what this guy has, and that's not going to be good for him.
Should we head back for now?
I'm not with you guys.
Yeah, good point.
Probably.
No, wait,
being as
actually,
Yeah.
my physical body is accompanying you, just my drone is with you.
Yep. So, question,
okay.
Rog, I have a question. Are you continuing?
He's currently out for a second.
Oh.
I'm taking over the character.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you when the time comes. Also, Omnius, you realize just by your very limited vision and sensation that your bee is maybe like the one on Kilroy is maybe like 150 feet, somewhere around above.
Kilroy is basically 150 feet up.
No, like up, like in the 150 area somewhere. Your bee doesn't really know what the fuck is happening because it's fucking blind. But you know it's somewhere around above you. Probably if you peek your head, you could probably see him.
Oh, I mean, wait, describe the terrain, because I thought there were like floors of things. I thought it was like inside a building with like various floors.
Oh no! At this very moment, you're all in the sewer. That you were trying to chase down the guy who was in the hazmat.
Oh, well, I look up to see if I can see Kilroy.
What you basically see is a hunch over Kilroy, maybe 60 feet away, and you see him not doing too well as there's a nice trail of like a thick green blood just trailing him.
Okay. Now, between the time that they left the boat and now, how much time has physically passed? Has there been
About an hour.
Okay, so there wouldn't have been enough time for me to get a short rest in there while I was sitting on the boat then?
No.
Okay. Well, that limits things significantly.
So yeah, you're right. You're suffering 4 points of exhaustion at the moment. You're not having a great time. When you grind your teeth, you feel like some of them are about to jump away.
Teleport your way out of there, for fuck's sake.
Do I have enough signal with the bee that's on Kilroy to teleport to it?
Yeah, you do.
How big is the corridor that we're in?
With Ken?
Yeah.
About
like
20
dimensions vertical.
20 feet wide and about 20 to 30 feet up. I guess height, yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
And Kilroy is basically traversing on the open, radiated field above.
The list that I use for D&D references is fighting me. Give me just a second.
It's fine.
I certainly know what I'm doing once we're back on the ship.
Dissection. Let's go.
Nope. Do you remember Pathfinder 2nd Edition Life Bubble?
Yeah.
I have a feeling it will be necessary.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to teleport to Kilroy. Kilroy, you're going to feel the presence of the refrigerator that is Omnius as he just appears behind you with his arms around you and says, just go with it. And I cast Polymorph on you. I turn you into a Triceratops.
A radiated Triceratops?
I mean,
For some reason it has 4 horns instead of 3.
you feel a bit better than before, a lot better actually.
I'm back.
Go.
Oh.
Whee! Straight towards the ship.
What's going on?
To quickly explain it, you didn't miss anything.
Okay.
Kira is dying from radiation at this very second.
Oh, that
But a
is-
polymorph seems to have delayed the difficulties.
I turned him into the biggest, fastest, smallest thing I could.
Yeah. So,
Biggest, smallest, fastest. Okay.
Rog, now I have a question. Are you gonna continue down the corridor?
Yeah, I feel like there's something living down there.
Roll me perception.
Can I also roll perception, even though
Yeah.
I'm physically there?
Can I roll with advantage because of the hound?
No.
There's a smell.
The hound can roll advantage, not you.
Okay, I'll roll for myself, then the hound. Let me just scroll down towards the hound stats. It's insight. Perception. Not one for me. I must be writhing from the scent. Okay, now for the dog.
I
The
got a
dog doesn't
21.
even have any bonus for anything. Does keen smell even give anything?
Advantage. Nothing
That's
else.
it.
Because it only
There's
has 10
+0 with advantage.
2 straight rolls.
apparently. Wow, rolling like shit.
I seem to finally be picking up.
Oh my god.
So 3 for the dog, 1 for Rog.
What lecture?
maybe
What
1
you
for Nectar.
what you start to basically the corridor goes for a bit, like 5 minutes, and then an open wide area is revealed, and there's just darkness. Lecture. You see through your keen eye observing that there's at least 4 individuals above Rog aiming their weapons that look similar to Kent's. As Rog just kind of walks into this dark, open area.
Do I get
Oh dear.
like one last action before that happens?
They're not shooting. They're not saying anything. They're just looking, but aiming their guns. Yeah. So it's Cyrog and not Electra. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to use what's the spell? Prestidigitation to mimic the sound that he. Like, do you know this cartoonish sound when a balloon goes up? This whoop?
That?
We all know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm not there, am I? I'm not there, right?
You're with
Kinda.
us.
I kind of pit the hound hear this from the little bubble of lictors, and I back away slowly.
We really need to like establish a formal Morse code or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Single
back
sound.
away. So yeah, you back away, and what do? You just walk away completely?
Once I'm towards the, like, back towards the entrance of the hallway.
Okay.
Okay. Side to side, up and down.
Huh?
I'm looking side to side, up and down. My eyes are going.
Okay. But you're still in the chamber, right?
Yes, I just said I'm next to the entrance.
Yeah. So you look up and you do see 4 individuals staring at you, and aiming their guns at you.
I put my hands up. Like, just making the sign like, what? I got nothing.
Hey. Just roll me a persuasion.
Oh, finally.
If you roll another nat one now,
I would
the only thing I can.
listen. Don't.
I'm just saying, if you roll low, the next thing you hear is gunfire. Gunfire it is.
I'm casting haste.
Rog, you run away. But before you do, you suffer. Let's see. One, two,
Wait,
three.
wait. That if they hit, I'm sorry, but I still have my big ass shield. If they hit.
Let me finish. Let me finish. So 1, 2, 3.
I have the Cloak of Asgore, so if it's piercing, half hit.
Yeah, no. Just don't worry.
Sneak attack.
It's not a sneak attack. Don't worry. Give me a second. I need to.
What's 12? How dare they?
No. So yeah, let's see.
All right, guys, I'm gonna ride this Triceratops out of here.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. So yeah, basically every single hit except for the 8 hits you, and that deals 1, 2, 3, 4. So 9d8 plus 18. You take 59.
No, I don't. Half
No.
of that.
Yes, I know. I said you would take that if it wasn't halved. So don't interrupt me before I finish my sentence.
Sorry.
So yeah, you're 1 for HP. Yeah. Scalded by the bullets. That.
I'm like, wait.
Yeah. You run away with haste.
26 rounded down, right? 26 damage?
26? What?
Because it's halved, it would be 26 damage. 25 plus 25 equals 50. Or, no.
Stop.
He said actually, so 38. It is what it is. Whatever.
38?
Now everyone's confused.
Yeah, you literally.
I'm
It's
thinking
29 and a
damage.
half.
29?
That's how much. 29 and a half.
Just take 30. Be a man, not 29.
Okay. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so hey, make it out. And yeah, the ringing of the gunfire just echoes through the chambers.
I'm looking at Ken. I think we should get a move on. We might get some company soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rog is currently hasted, and I'm recommending that we may start moving quicker.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
is it easy enough for all of you to backtrack to the place where you originally came from?
Why do I think the big green guy should go in?
And yeah, eventually, 20 to 30 minutes, depending on Rog and the rest, because Rog is the final, you all make it back to a manhole that is about maybe 150 feet from the boat. And you see the large Triceratops that is Kirai.
Holy shit!
Okay, so I think they're gonna be fine, but they have been killing a lot of people. I'm not sure how to react to that. That was a very big stinking pile of corpses. And, Ken, they had guns.
Fear as much as this technology.
And it hurt.
Get back to the ship, sail away. We have this person right here out there, so we can figure out what's going on later.
Okay, we're kidnapping.
Kidnapping.
Saving this one and figuring out more about this island as we return to North.
Interview.
You know what?
No, I'm okay with kidnapping.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'll
Well,
guess
that's not what
us
he's saying.
out.
He's saving. He's saving this person going to learn more about it before we come back.
Saving, kidnapping, potato, potato.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, all of you make it back on the ship, and Jack just kind of asks, "So how you go?" Kirai, who's gonna dispel Kirai's polymorph, or are you gonna wait for him to just?
Oh, now we're gonna get out to the, like, once we get towards, like, near the ship, I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna, like, you hold it here for a second. Killer Eye, so, yeah, if I drop this, are you gonna die?
That's a good question.
I'm quickly getting the book about medicine and trying to find out if there's anything about radiation poisoning.
Well, immense amount of. Usually, the golden rule about radiation, if you just got exposed to radiation that in matter of hours, if not minutes, you started just witnessing symptoms, it's most likely you're gonna die by the end of the day.
Well
Fatal
then, I'm quickly gonna look around if I find any incense. So, it might actually be that I get to test out the amulet soon.
Oh wait, did
I can't
Omnius do
see.
lesser? Did Omnius do restoration on the old guy? On the
Yes, I did do lesser restoration on the human. The other, like, the random human we got.
Does
Oh,
it
you
seem
did?
to have worked?
Oh, you did it? Nice.
Did it work?
Yeah, I did that right before I had looked up and saw Kilrai and went, shit.
Oh,
Because I have the spell.
well, I mean, he looks like he's not coughing blood. He's breathing. You don't know. He looks very anorexic. He looks like he's weighing maybe 90 pounds, maybe 80. He is a skinny boy.
Did Rog come? Rog's here too with us, right?
Yeah. Eventually, he makes.
Rog, stop getting something nice and mushy where he could just slurp it down.
Alright, but first I just gotta remove these things from my arm. It hurts.
Yeah.
Take out some soup from my bag.
I go get
I just
the metal
flexed.
container full of high-grade oil,
I'm
which, as I recall, is still sitting on the deck of Jack's ship.
Uh-huh.
I go get that and put it down next to the guy's body. Just in case.
I'm gonna go mash
I'm
some
lifting-
vegetables.
So,
I'm lifting
Kilrai,
up the amulet.
who's gonna release the polymer from Kilrai?
He's still on the shore.
I
'cause
mean,
he's
he
a
looks
triceratops.
Yeah.
really cool
Yeah.
as a triceratops.
In fairness, I'm really proud of this decision from that respect. I feel like this was a good call aesthetically.
So
I guess we should let him make it so that he can get on the boat, so we
Rog,
can
do
get
me a
some
favor.
distance from here.
Rob, do me a favor. Go stand next to the Kilrai Triceratops in case when I drop this polymorph, he immediately collapses.
Oh, you want me to throw him on board if he does?
Yes.
Alright.
So
Ken, get ready to catch Kilrai if Rog has to throw him up here.
Right.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
first,
Drop
Can
polymorph.
catch him.
okay, first thing you notice immediately that Kirai no longer has skin. He has
What?
he has jet black green adamantine scales all over his body as he kind of collapses on the ground, bleeding.
Dragon!
I am grabbing his ass and throwing
He
him
is. He didn't. He literally just collapses. He doesn't say a word. He literally tries to do a motion and just kind of collapses.
I was afraid of that.
Rog, his body is really fucking heavy. Like maybe 3 times as heavy as the last time you carried him. And it's all literally metallic scales covering his body. And from each, like, you know how you can like lift up a scale from a fish?
Yeah.
You can like gently nudge a scale, and under each scale there's just leaking greenish blood.
I'm hammer throwing him on board. Catch him and heal the fucker. He's dying again. But worse.
So it's either Ken or Squishy. Who catches him?
I do. I do.
Okay.
Landing pillow.
Landing pillow.
Yep. Landing gelatin.
I just imagine literally that cartoon of like you just form into like a baseball glove, like a giant baseball glove, just catch it. Like...
Do you guys know the satisfactory landing pad?
No.
Give me a second, quickly getting the image. Basically, there's a really complicated system of jump pads, and there's this, sending it in memes. This is the jump pad. It literally extends to be roughly the size of your body, and instead of just like landing you down and softening the blow, it's literally just you land in this goo.
Oh boy.
It's always like a... Then, yeah. Anyway.
That I'm just getting on board.
Ugh.
I see the Kilroy get caught in the gel, the goo, and I just, okay. And go over to the Kilroy. Okay, medicine check. Is he still alive?
Roll me a medicine check.
About that.
Oh my god. You don't know what the fuck is happening. He's bleeding all over. His nose, his fucking ears, his eyes are just bleeding, leaking fucking greenish fucking blood. It's not normal. But besides that, he seems to be asleep. He's not dying. I'm thank you. It's like there's he is like his skin. There's no human skin. There's all fucking scales.
He requires healing still, according to that medicine check, or do you say if he's not dying, like he's stabilized?
Has anybody thought of Lissa Restoration?
Yeah, that's been already done.
Okay, I was...
Oh no, not on Kilroy yet.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. He looks like he's bleeding from every single orifice imaginable, so you assume he's having a fucking
Nah, that's not good.
Yeah,
Okay.
but also he's breathing normally. Yeah, it's like what the fuck is going on? It's like your friend just turned into fucking abomination of scales. What the fuck is just?
Huh. Are you guys sure this is Kilroy? You know what? First,
Oh,
Wouldn't be the first time.
Well, meta-wise...
we'll start with a lesser restoration and see what that does, and then we'll do a first level cure wounds.
Okay.
I'm getting really low on spells.
As soon as you cast lesser restoration, all the scales start to just grow back into Kirai. Just like start to submerge back into his skin. And then he
looks gooey.
yeah. There's still a bunch of
What?
blood.
Yeah, that summarizes it quite well.
Yeah, what exactly? Oh god. But yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
Poke him.
I mean, he looks alive.
I'll take it. I'll look back over at the other guy. I'm just gonna keep monitoring which one of them, see which one of them dies first.
I'm just gonna go in the kitchen, wash my hands, my arms, flex out the bullets from my wounds, and yeah, then I'm gonna start cooking something soft, like mashed fruits and vegetables. I'm making them baby chow.
I just literally imagine you touch. Give me a second. You touch. Oh god, it doesn't have anything. Fuck. Okay, but yeah. What the actual fuck? Yeah, exactly. What the actual fuck? Welcome to Kilroy. He has a book, you know.
He's cursed in like 50 different senses.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
thought we were gonna say cursed in 50 different states.
But yeah. Besides.
That's
Like
right.
being covered in black, jet black adamantine scales for a moment, now retracting all them back into his skin, revealing his skin. That is, looks like he had just a nastiest cuts. Like he was just basically ragdolled through like a fucking factory of razor blades. He looks fine. I can't even say that with a straight face. He's breathing. He looks like he's better, but he looks like a fucking mess. Yeah.
Even for Kilroy, this is a bit strange.
Huh. Okay, is the other guy alive?
The other guy looks like he's just passed out, sleeping, minding his own business. You
Damn, I was
just
kind of hoping one of them would have died. I wanted to cast a spell on them.
Jack kind of approaches Kilroy and just kind of looks at him and just kind of gets on his knee, and just kind of pokes his face, just kind of pokes. And then kind of looks at all of you for like an explanation.
Don't even,
I have
don't
reasons
even
to
go there.
assume that this is radiation.
Oh, Reda, what?
They
Poison.
keep saying that word like I know, like I should know what it means.
The air is poisoned.
Okay, so we get off?
Oh, did he see the black tip bullet go off on this? Did you?
No.
I thought
Actually,
you
when
did at some
you
point.
shot it, and then I was so close to the barrel that I got knocked basically stupid for a few seconds. And when I came back, everything was already done.
Basically, what it is, it's a leftover It's a really. It's like a symptom of anything like nuclear. You know, like the
it's
black
okay.
tip.
It's okay. We're good. It's like
I'll
that
explain.
electricity stuff
I'll
you were
explain
talking
later.
about. I'm probably never going to understand.
And
explain
then surprisingly enough, Kilroy, you snap back to reality.
Snap back to reality.
You will open your eyes wide, and yeah, you're feeling fine, all nice and dandy, and all of your exhaustion is gone.
But seriously, Dragon Elf 2.0? Seriously?
Among other things.
Among Us.
Hello.
Huh.
Again with the fucking
Yep.
dragon.
Good morning, sunshine.
All right, you can drop him. You can let go of him. He's not really go.
Unceremoniously drop him.
Oh no,
I think
he's gonna
Danny is currently holding it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm pretty
that
sure
one?
Danny was close.
Well, I suggest unceremoniously dropping him.
Whoever is holding the fucking blood sorcerer, just drop it.
Oh, but I like Princess carrying him.
Then just continue at your own will.
Yeah.
I will do
You're
that.
on your knees, like no.
Still carrying him.
I'm carrying him still. I'm still a princess carrying him.
Oh boy.
Oh. Anyways, I'm pretty sure I nailed the baby formula.
Yeah, I guess. The guy's still like sleeping. He's minding his own business.
Somebody put him in a hammock.
And Jack just kind of looks over at Kilroy, who's like now fine and standing up, like looks back at you. So, I'm guessing not the best treasure.
So say there's very invisible toxin there. It's very dangerous. It's going to take a while.
So, do we leave?
I'll say yes, we have this person. If he survives, we can question and figure out what to do about this island next. That's my vote.
Lecter, Jack kind of looks at you. Are we?
I mean, if he really wants to go back, we can bring him back. But looking at his current state, I'm like kind of plucking out another one of the hairs. I don't think we will need to bring him back.
I'm curious. So, from what I was able to see from the bees on you guys, it looked like they were shooting you with things that Ken had.
Similar, yeah.
If they don't have magic, I should be immune to them. Do you want me to go commandeer one or two of their guns for study?
It's a long way down, I'm telling you.
But
Takes a while to get there.
you say
but
your
theoretically the
your
door
bees
should
are
still be
down.
open.
But your bee network is down, right?
I would just have to do this the old.
How do we know the extent? What
We can't
do
get
we
this
know? What
back.
the extent of your depowering is? May or may
I
not
mean,
be. It may not. Have
Seems like
changed.
I've got roughly a quarter mile ish in any direction. I contain.
But physically, for you, how do we know that you haven't lost the ability to not take damage?
Here's a test, and I reach into my chest and I pull out the marine pistol and I shoot myself in the chest.
You
How do you want to do this?
There's a fun little thing called Ricochet.
Oh no!
Roll me a d10. Roll me a d10, Omnius. There's a small chance that you might just cap the dude sleeping.
Hey,
It's a 9. It's a 9. Oh my god.
Who gets capped?
Who do I hit? Captain Jack?
I'm still.
Yes, you do.
You got Jack?
No. Roll me a d8 plus 2.
Ah!
Oh my fucking god!
So I want to play this out. Like, I want to. He pulls the gun out without any hesitation, just shoots himself in the chest, and goes, "Well, see, I'm all right." Oh, sorry, Jack.
You just look over Jack, and you see his left shoulder, like the bit, like the muscly bit, like above the shoulder bit. It's just fucking. And he doesn't realize for a moment that he just kind of steps back and clutches it like.
Oh, hold on a minute. I got you, buddy. And I reach over and I drop a first level cure wound.
Oh my god! We are horrible people.
So, on a slightly different note.
You just
think of our campaign so far, Danny.
It's better than when Rog dropped him and he just freaking died.
Hey! At least he didn't know.
So what's fun?
I
love the fact that Danny's just quiet. I feel like she's pondering, like, should I quit now or later?
This is still a good time. You're not an established character.
No, I was finishing eating my lunch.
These are madmen. Absolute madmen.
Yes.
And you're part of it now.
Call the Ambience, but not for me.
Welcome to the cult.
Yeah. Sorry.
I just.
Tip.
You know what?
Not kidding.
You know what? On this, for boldness of your fucking interesting thing, you get 1 mark of teal. Remember those? Cause that was fucking hilarious. You were like, I wonder if it still hurts me. Bang, just fucking ricochet.
It
So is
doesn't
that
hurt
my
me,
second?
but
How exactly do those work?
Basically, if you, basically, if you roll something and you don't like it, you can use up the mark of teal and re-roll it.
Oh, so it's inspiration, but fancier.
Yeah, much more fancier.
Yes.
Omnius. I have one too, so.
Nice.
So yeah. So what's the plan? No, did you take
I'm like, I've got my hand, taking my hand away from Jack after healing the wound. Like, sorry about that, but hey, on another note, still bulletproof.
I'm still princess carrying.
I just imagine playing Russian roulette with Honest sucks.
Oh.
Only Ken would win. Well, no, I have to shoot the gun too, so it's like, good luck. Anyway, so yeah, you guys got like 6 seconds to give me a very compelling reason why I shouldn't go in there and take one of their guns away.
go in there. I want those guns.
All right.
I wish to see. I do wish to see the level of firearms they have produced.
Bring, if possible, at least 2 of them, so we can take at least one of them apart.
Wait. Does those things require ammunition?
I'm gonna
As
bring
well
some
as
of that
about
back
to
too.
suggest probably a few bullets of it so we can see if we can't do anything
We're
about
back
that.
to the fucking operations, boy.
Okay.
Understandable.
Understandable. Have a great day,
Can you tell me
Spears.
what they were wearing? I could really not see them clearly. They were obviously there, but they were hanging from the ceiling somehow. I want to know how that.
Oh, well, that's good information. And I release a cloud of bees that are 5 feet apart around me in a cube that will just fill the immediate vicinity and everywhere I go. Okay, so Bidar, good idea.
Okay, so now comes.
There's the bees.
Okay, now comes the true question. Are you just gonna go fucking Doomslayer style, just fucking with a fucking polearm?
No, I'm gonna be a little weirder about it. I'm gonna go in there as a wild-shaped giant metallic spider.
I'm gonna scare the crap out of them.
Oh my god!
Not go as a Terminator.
So while Omnius is on the path of vengeance and gun collecting, what would everybody else would like to do?
I'm gonna start reading my book of medicine again.
Uh-huh.
And I'll quick flip through the pages and try to find every definition of died by natural causes.
I am carrying Gilroy, and I'm
You don't
gonna
have to
take
tell
him
them
to
to me, but I will keep a mental note of them, and once I found them all, I'll start working on a spell that blocks you from every one of them. Kira will need it.
So what is Danny gonna do?
I am going to take Kilroy and find a bed in there and take out some soup and feed it to him.
Honestly speaking, Danny is too sweet for this campaign.
Yeah. Bless her child soul.
We'll get her eventually.
She will slowly convert us away from the dark path.
It's all good.
This is exactly what we need.
No, it's you forgot. I converted all you to the dark path. I could convert her too, but I won't.
Okay, so can I just think what I popped into my head of what Omnius is going to be doing? You know the scene from Age of Ultron where Iron Man comes in to the guys shooting a bunch of guns at him. It's like, guys, let's talk. And
As they shoot,
hurts them all and said, "That was a good talk." No, it wasn't.
What happened? What happened?
I'll just show the scene
everything.
Yeah, I was just saying, what Omnius is about to do reminds me of that one scene from Age of Ultron, where he goes in and all the Iron Man goes in and everybody's trying to shoot him, and then he shoots and says, "Good talk."
I like that.
I'm gonna change up the creature that I turn into instead. Araxis, remember early on when I discussed having a modified version of the insect swarm as a bee swarm for wild shape?
Oh no.
I'm gonna do that instead.
Oh no, you're gonna be a locust, the mechanical locust. Oh no.
So not only do I have the Bidar out, but I myself am like just a 10-foot diameter writhing mass of
Okay.
bees.
Oh, that's terrifying.
So yeah, what? Oh boy. So, anybody else? What they're doing on the ship? Anybody?
I'm gonna be busy for a while, making my personal list.
I'm watching over the old.
You know what I'm doing?
The dude.
Basically, starting my first attempts at categorizing stuff for Life Bubble.
If Ken was watching over the dude, I'm just giving him the baby mash.
He's asleep. He's not.
No, but I give it to Ken that is watching over him, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay. And I guess Danny's gonna nurse Kilroy back to help as well.
Yep.
You know what? I'm giving you a batch of baby goop to feed Kilroy.
I'm gonna attempt to
I
feed
take
it
the
to him.
baby goop and I eat it myself, and then keep feeding the soup I was giving it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Fair.
Well, I'm gonna attempt to feed it to the guy. See if I can't wake him up enough just for him to just slurp it down.
Just, hey, smack, smack. Hey, smack, smack.
Don't do it. We killed a guy last time. Well, I killed him.
No.
So
That happened once.
So he's just fucking he's fully knocked out cold. He's not responsive. Oh my god, I saw that fucking gif.
I also saw it.
I misclicked it.
It happened once.
I know.
I mean, here's the thing. Now comes the true question. Omnius. Let me change the music, eh? No. So do you know bless ID Studios, cause they actually made the Doom soundtrack and free. You can basically do whatever the fuck you want, and you don't
Do
get
it.
to yeah
Do it.
yeah. So
The Superman's monologue about the world's made of cardboard.
yeah. So here comes the true question. You see the pathway after a bit of time. You see the blood splatters that you assume is probably raw blood splatters. Your bees go forward, and you notice that there's now 8 more people. All of them not aiming guns, but they're cautious. But as soon as they start to hear the sound of the buzzing swarm,
Oh no. I'm gonna be very careful. I have a plan for this.
Okay,
let me take over. Just
It's
as soon as I
time.
notice that there's people in the room, and I'm just outside the door, Omnius silences all of his bees, sends them to the walls and ceiling to climb, and gets them to about 15 feet down the hallway. And then you hear one pulse. 6 seconds later, another pulse, slightly louder. 3 seconds later, another buzz, slightly louder. And you just hear them buzz, 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 and then explode through the doorway in just a fucking swarm, and immediately just all over the heads and faces of every humanoid I can find in there. Going straight for the face.
Every single one of them starts to shoot, and just finally some of them hits the swarm, some of them hits you, deals some damage to you.
Can we hear it from that far away?
No, you don't.
No.
Damn it!
But I really want to see it.
So,
World star it.
what you suddenly hear as the screams begin, a sudden alarm, and all of you hear the familiar blaring sound as another section opens up in this dark interior, and runs another dozen. What do you do with them?
I use my second wild shape of the day. Or no, I drop my wild shape. Is the room big enough for me to cast Enlarge on myself?
Yes.
I cast Enlarge on myself, and then I use my second wild shape of the day to turn into a giant octopus, which has 1 hour of air above ground.
Oh boy. So
And it's on. People are being grabbed and thrown.
More and more people show up. You killed over 24, but more are showing up. Some of them are
I'm trying not to kill so much as, like, there's going to be the occasional casualty, but most of these are just incredibly hard bonks.
No. They're shooting you, and some of them have what you assume are radios. They start muttering something, and you just start to hear something grinding below you. Something with steep metallic steps. All of you start to hear a language you don't comprehend alongside the blaring.
That's nothing new for sushi.
Yeah. Only
What a variety of weapons of people that I've managed to... What sort of weapons are
we hear
laying
that.
about?
almost.
Hector, might be the time to do that comprehend languages thing.
Okay. I will cast comprehend languages. What am I getting?
Warning. nuclear tier class Titan approaching the facility. Warning, nuclear class Titan approaching the facility.
Titan.
Message to the bee next to me.
Omnis,
you might want to get out of there.
Understood, boss.
The whole ground begins to vibrate and even more buildings start to destroy.
Grab a few guns.
You grab about like 7 different guns, quite a few duplicates, and all of a sudden, the platform you're fighting on just kinda slowly starts to vanish as you see that you're slowly collapsed on some sort of head, a metallic head. And now it's gripping your tentacles and trying to rip you apart.
Well, I'm gonna drop my wild shape and try to pull as many of the guns into my arms as I can as I'm dropping it, like hold the octopus together.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna teleport back to the boat with everything that I've managed to grab. What do I manage to grab?
You got 8 different types of weapons, ranging from small submachine guns to heavy machine guns.
Any chance I could have substituted 1 or 2 of those weapons for a backpack off of the back of 1 or 2 of the people I killed?
Well, you basically got like a lot of stuff. I'll tell you what, but you need to roll stuff. More importantly, another blaring light, another blaring siren. Lecter. Warning. Nuclear launch detected. Imminent threat. 2 minutes, 18 seconds. As you start to hear, as you start to hear the rapid clicking of your, what's it called?
Geiger counter.
Yeah.
Like the arcade one is going down.
Yes.
I think it's time to leave.
Get us away from here.
I just teleport to the boat and drop everything like in a pile. Yeah, there's a big one of me in there.
And there's a lot of other stuff. Let's get us away from here.
Yeah.
Obvious, can you deal with the wind?
1 second.
Get right. Did you do something with the sails once?
Animate the water, yeah.
No, it was an animate object, but he animated the wind, I think.
No, I did water.
You just see Zan immediately just looks at you. Lecter's like, "Is it bad?"
Yes.
And then immediately you just see a whistle coming from Zan, and you see a bunch of ghosts just appearing like attached to the like sides of the ship with like paddles and just start paddling.
Yes!
So you have about 40 paddles assisting you.
Well, boss, this is my last high-level spell, and I look at the sails and I cast Control Winds. 5th level spell, concentration up to an hour, and
Keep going.
choose the intensity of the wind, calm, moderate, or strong.
It's going
I'm trying
about.
to put as much into the sails as I can.
Give me a second. I know exactly how much it goes. Give me a second. Oh shit.
I love the musical accompaniment.
Overdrive.
By the way, it's so dope.
So it's going about 60 knots an hour, 60 miles per hour. You're all tilting forward.
Holy shit, like the entire ship is currently going down.
Yeah, to put it in perspective, you're basically going 4 times the max speed you usually go. Warning! Nuclear strike imminent, 1 minute, 19 seconds, and
As far away from
yeah,
as
you're
possible.
Exactly that, Rock.
and then you just another minute passes, everybody's just fucking going at it, trying to participate any way they can, and just you hear nuclear launch detected, imminent, 5, 4,
Shield
3,
your
2, and immediately just hear a sudden just flash of light.
Hear
And
the light. It's so bright.
Yeah.
and as soon as the light vanishes, you're back, just fully going, but nothing else follows the flash of light.
The thing disappeared, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Also, I guess that means this guy's not going home.
Nope.
Oh, what?
I mean, I got a better question for you, Rog. Do you think there's a home?
Oh no.
But wherever he ends up, it can't be much worse than that.
You know what? He might actually be happier here. As wait,
Assuming he makes a full recovery, he might be
assuming
able
he
to
can
tell
talk
us.
the language.
Sucks for whoever they were.
Well, apparently we have something for comprehending languages. So I think our best bet is to sail on, continue on to Norm.
Yeah.
What do I need to roll, Mr. DM?
For what?
The items.
The loot.
Oh,
What's the
yeah.
point of that?
Seven D10s. No, 7 D100s. I'm sorry, 7 D100s.
Well,
He got a 1!
got a 1 and a 97. That
And
is
then
a weird spread.
1, a 9, and an 8.
That's actually a pretty damn good spread.
Can we just call it? Because I just wanna leave on the cliffhanger as all of you make your way slowly towards Norn after this adventure. You got many of guns, many of bullets, many of trinkets and items that are not native to you, Ken. Well, you got adaptability with the guns, but like you don't even know what you're looking at precisely. Not you. The rest of the group is completely out of the water.
Nobody touches
One-
these
one-
until I figure out what they do.
One thing you notice, Ken, immediately is a small little mushroom case. And it's a single metallic item, and you see it's basically reinforced with a lot of steel and lead. And on top of like the mushroom set, there's a symbol of that you can all that you can know personally of nuclear warning.
We have a nuke button.
Okay.
We have
Okay,
a
guys.
nuke!
No, you guys don't know. Oh, sorry.
I know.
I'm going to
Yes,
try
exactly.
my best and just find whichever bag of holding is the most secure. It's like, whatever happens, do
So,
not pull this.
with that being said and done, it's been 3.5 hours. I think there's enough excitement for today. As you're
Oh, yeah.
making 4 times the speed away from this place, barely surviving a nuclear Armageddon.
Oh,
Boy.
this was.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this was exciting.
For
Yeah.
you
So
guys,
you survived the nuclear city of New Dunkirk, set 2,271 year in our planet. Congratulations. Yeah,
Dunkirk.
New Dunkirk, not the Dunkirk, New Dunkirk.
New Dunkirk.
Yes.
oh gosh.
Yeah. So,
Holy fuck.
with that being said, about 4 pages of lore down the drain, but that's alright.
Oh no.
It's fine.
The
It's
violent didn't
I
have to
understand
disappear.
completely.
so I guess
Sorry that Omnius decided to take, I guess, the literal nuclear option.
it's no. I'm fine. You can still salvage some of the lore because you got a person out, I guess.
We
Yeah,
got a
we can do
person.
that.
We got however much stuff was in, like, yeah. I tried to grab a pack of some sort, so I guess that was the metal box.
I got stuff, and we
yeah.
got one person.
So yeah, I guess now Squishy comes to the tradition because everybody's done And now you got exactly 20 seconds to say whatever the fuck you want before I'm shutting the stream down with no survivors. Go.
Norm has just gotten a big old power boost.
Norn didn't get anything. We did.
Archipelago fallout.
Anyway,
Three.
nuclear bees.
Bees.